Discover our collection of handcrafted candles. That's right, every product is thoughtfully created in small batches free from harmful toxins for mindful everyday indulgence. Our candles are hand-poured in coconut soy wax with natural wood wicks, offering a long-lasting burn and rich fragrances. Create a cozy, safe ambiance for your home with candles from Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers use the promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network.
Fanatics isn't just our name, it's who we are. Loyal, passionate fans dedicated to our favorite teams and to the sports we love. That's why we're honored to be able to offer fans the world's largest collection of official sports apparel and sports jerseys from all the leagues, teams, and players you love. We feature a wide selection of gear from every league, including NFL, MLB, NBA, NHL, and NCAA merchandise, which allows us to serve fans of football, baseball, hockey, basketball, lacrosse, soccer, golf, and everything else that gets your heart pumping. Go to Fanatics.com by using the QR code on your screen right now to celebrate your teams.
And welcome in, everybody, to another episode of Inside Edge Primetime here on the Inside Edge Network. Chad Bryan to my right, you're right, everybody's right. I'm Eli Moon. I kind of have a pompadour going on today. Pretty cool. All right.
My hair just looks like a hat. Whatever.
Do you have a hat for hair?
I do.
Wow. Okay. Well, hey, we are glad to be with you. It's Friday. Cue the alarms. Cue the noises. Chad, I'm so bleeping excited. There it is. I'm bleeping excited. That's right. Absolutely. I'm so excited.
I had to wake the Stream Deck up. It didn't want to do anything. It's like, no, we're not doing that yet. It's too early. So,
Stream Deck decided it's a weekend, but you know what? It's not necessarily Saturday yet. Now, it is Friday, but you're going to get 3 hours of live programming here from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. and a jam-packed one-stream phenomenon, megathon. We're still working on the official name. If you ask AA, you ask Autumn and Chad and I. We all have different names for it. Autumn probably just says, all right, guys, just shut up.
Just get out of my way and let me cook.
Stop.
That's it. Yep.
Exactly. And we have no other response except for we let her cook. Now, it is going to get a little dicey later on tonight. The Daily Spiral at 11 p.m. with Autumn Chisholm and AA Anthony Alford will be filling in for me.
There you go.
A few reasons why. Number one, Autumn would tear me to shreds tonight after that episode. I didn't get to watch it as thoroughly as I would have liked to, and I'm not going to lie, I was a little nervous. And number two, Autumn and I disagree on certain players, contestants on the show, Chad.
Yeah, to be fair, you and I disagree on a couple. Yeah.
I mean, I started the hashtag KeepKC campaign here on the network. It's not looking like...
I'm like, you can't be watching. I was like, is his internet not up to snuff? Like, does he have a, like... Is it working?
Well, we were doing hashtag
Let's find out.
Oh, no.
Let's find out. And then your internet connects, and you just get this. Because Keep KC, bro. Like, what?
Look,
can't be.
Hashtag Safe Sincere wasn't hitting very well, so I switched to KC, the hashtag Keep KC. And the episode got dicey tonight. So AA and Autumn will get into it. I'll be producing, so I'll be behind the scenes. May get called on the screen at some point, but I'll probably just duck and hide. But then, of course, midnight
cameras out. That's all you got to do.
Yes, and then of course we got Midnight Run with Anthony Alford, our program director and our bro. From midnight to 1, I'll be producing that, rocking out with the bro to 1 a.m. until 1 a.m. And then our weekend begins. Which a reminder, make sure you like, subscribe, follow at Inside Edge Net on all of the socials. Go check it out. All across the board. YouTube, X, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch. Go over there, grab it all, and lock in with Inside Edge Net. Smash that notification bell so you know when Chad and I are going live. The entire 3-hour evening block with the Daily Spiral with Autumn Chisholm at 11. And Midnight Run with Anthony Alford at midnight Of course, we have 5 daily shows here for you. We mentioned Primetime at 10, Daily Spiral at 11, Midnight Run at 12. And, of course, we have the morning show with Omar Clausel Jr., our bro, at 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. And Unfiltered with Kyle Cornell, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. All throughout the week, Monday through Friday, 5 daily shows. And we have great weekly programming as well. My pops, Papa Moon, he does Real Talk with Papa Moon Saturdays at 5 p.m. If this is your first time tuning into the network, I would just let you know, if you need to pick me up, like to hear something that gets you back in the game, listen to my dad. Listen to Papa Moon. He's going to get you back squared away. He's very big on mental health. It's one of our pillars here at the Inside Edge Network. So check that out. New episode tomorrow, Saturday at 5 p.m. He has Paul Bergio on the podcast. Going to be a very, very good conversation. Can't wait. So we have that going on. A lot of great weekly programming as well. Chad's with Illegal Formation with TK Dandridge, Monday 7 to 8 p.m. We have Main Event Sunday nights with Rob, AA, and myself, Rob Brzezicki, that is. And, of course, so many great, great programs here across the Inside Edge Network. You can read about all of us, the great personalities that we tend to think we're great. We hope you do, too. InsideEdgeNetwork.com. Go read about Chad and I and everybody else. Go over to our partners page. Check out W Energy, Monster Moments, SportsMemorabilia.com, Fanatics.com, AlleyRoseFragrances.com, and Omega Video Marketing. Couldn't do without them. And couldn't do without you at home. So go buy a shirt, a hat, a mug, a polo, get a windbreaker, tuck it away for travel at the merchandise store. And don't forget, folks, we just launched this out about a week ago. The Inside Edge Network app on Roku. We're on Roku now. You can take us wherever. You take your TV, you plug it in the car. I don't know if you can do that, but if you can take us with Roku. It's awesome. It's great stuff. So
pretty cool.
Very excited you are with us, that you've chose the Inside Edge Network to rock with. If you're been here for a long time, hello, welcome back. If you're new here, hello, that's Chad B. To my right, your right, everybody's right, and I'm Eli Moon. We are back in the saddle, on the saddle, saddle adjacent.
We're near the saddle.
You're damn right we are. You're damn right we are. Chad B., my spiel, I know I sometimes get a little long-winded. How are you doing this evening?
And that's all the time we have for the evening. No,
Yes.
No, I'm kidding. Not that long-winded. That'd be bad. I'm doing good, man. It's Friday. It's hard to believe that we have gotten to Friday. It feels like it's been like a 9 or 10 day week in some ways. In some ways, it's flown. So I don't know. I'm confused about time as always. But yeah, I'm doing pretty good, man. How are you?
I'm good. I appreciate you asking. It has been a crazy week, man. I talked to my mama earlier today. I will remind you, if you got your mom in your life still, call your mama. Tell your mama you love her. Mm-hmm. Tell her how much she means to you. Those are some of my favorite conversations of the entire week. I don't get a lot of them because my mama's a busy lady, between working and taking care of the grandbabies from time to time. And, she's a popular lady. Everybody wants to be on the phone with my mama. And, I do get some time between, my schedule and her schedule, and we get on the phone, and it's a blessing. It's a blessing. I think that was one of the highlights of my day today, was getting to talk to my mom for about 20, 30 minutes. Yeah. And just, she always tells me what she's making for dinner, Chad B. And I'm like, Mama, I live with Papa Moon, and it's not because I love one parent more than the other. I love them both equally. My mom's just out, about 30-ish minutes away. And I'm like, Mom, stop, please tell me what you're making for dinner, unless you're bringing me leftovers. And occasionally I get them, Chad, because.
And tell her the important part is we can't talk about this on the show. We can't, we already talk about food too much. We can't do this anymore.
And occasionally, when my mom comes into town to get the grandbabies, and then come, take them back to her house for a little bit. She, like last week, for example, she brought me some leftover spaghetti. Mm-hmm. So I was absolutely thrilled. Shout out Mama Moon. She, we know Papa Moon and we love him so much. He is an integral part of this network. But I'll tell you, I want to be here on this Inside Edge Network if 28 years ago, Mama Moon and Papa Moon didn't bring Eli Moon into the world. So thank you to both my parents, and that was the highlight of my day, Chad B. I'll tell you.
Yes, I was any insight onto how that happened, but no, we don't want to do that. That's not this kind of show.
No,
no, we're gonna move on past that. That's
Just when a man and a woman love each other,
the
very,
Birds
very
and the Bees
much.
episode is it's in the near future, but not.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I'll tell you this, man. It's been, but you asked, how I'm doing. I'm doing well. Like I said, today's been great. The weekend's busy, man. I don't know what you got going on with. The Bryan household. I know you guys are always off running about and off to wherever, but I'm going to be out in the community. I pride myself as being in the community. I love being a community creator and getting out there. Like, for example, tomorrow there's a really cool thing at Playhouse Square, the Jazz Fest, Tri-C Jazz Fest. Mm-hmm. My guy Dre Walton performed earlier this evening. I wasn't able to make it out, but I know Dre crushed it, and shout out to him. It was one of my mentors in music. But that'll be going on all day tomorrow, too. I believe a few of the guys from the network are going to step down, Double A, myself, Omar. We're going to step down to Playoff Square and rock out. And then Saturday, man, there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of music. Rock Shop's got Boldy James. Chris Lugo's playing. That's what I got. And then Sunday back on main event. What is your weekend looking like?
Busy logistics, places, man. We got all kinds of stuff going on. I don't know how we're getting split up this weekend. I feel like we're gonna have to maybe double time certain things and split up and divide and conquer. But yeah, there's a lot. I'm not performing anywhere. I have nothing going on like that. But I don't really perform. No one wants to watch me do anything that I can think of, to be honest with you. So no performances or anything like that. But just a busy weekend with the kids. They got stuff going on, and it's going to be tough to figure it out. But that's a good thing. That means they're into a lot of stuff and they're having a lot of fun. So.
Well, you're the man for the plan, and I know it's been a good summer for the Bryans, and I hope that continues. Hope that continues for everybody out there as well. Hope you're having a good summer. I'll tell you who's not having a good summer.
Uh-oh.
Jaylen Brown.
Okay.
Jaylen Brown's not having a good summer. And I guess it depends on who you ask. I mean, if you ask Jaylen Brown, some days he's having a good summer. Some days he's not having a good summer.
It depends on whether or not he's on that Twitch stream, to be honest.
Exactly. And I think that's the biggest question I have right now for you, Chad B, to kick things off here tonight, is the chronicles of Jaylen Brown. Now,
what? Oh.
Yeah. Now, I will tell you this.
What? Never mind. Go ahead.
I will tell you this, Chad B. The question is, where is Jaylen Brown going? And I'll lead with this because Jaylen Brown went on Twitch, on stream, and said he had his greatest season ever. He had his most fun he's ever had. Just ironically enough, Jason Tatum wasn't around most of the year.
That's weird.
Then there's rumors that, he's frustrated with this and that. He's beefing with Stephen A. Smith on First Take. He's beefing with almost anybody. He's tweeting subliminal tweets. He tweeted out yesterday he likes cats. I'm more of a dog guy, but that's okay. Cats are cool too.
Yeah,
but
fine.
It just makes you wonder, what exactly is going on. Subliminal, people are probably putting their head, to their mind. They're like, New York, cat. He likes cat.
He likes
cat.
Cat. Yeah, he's not allergic to cats. That's perfect.
I don't know, man. It's just I asked a question, to you because I'm trying to piece all this together. Boston was in this Giannis hunt, and apparently they just didn't want to give up Hugo Gonzalez, who they were very high on.
Okay.
Baylor Shireman, who started an Eastern Conference first round game for them this past playoff run.
Yeah.
They didn't want to give up some of these guys in Boston that they're very high on. Now, I'm not going to knock it for Boston. Throughout Danny Ainge's run, when he was there in Boston as a GM, when Brad Stevens was the head coach, and now he's obviously running things there in Boston. They've always thought long term. They've always done it. So it doesn't shock me they weren't willing to part. It does kind of surprise me in a way, though. Only reason being because if there was ever a guy that you would go and give up the farm for, it would be Giannis Antetokounmpo. He lines up perfectly in that front court with Jason Tatum. You could play Tatum at the 3 even, put Giannis at the 4, run a little bit of a crazier lineup, and you could have something there. But they didn't want to move away from the prospects. So with that being said, they missed out. Giannis is the Miami Heat now. He is a member of the Miami Heat.
Yeah, I can't. That still trips me up. How do you say that? He's a Heatle. He's a Heatle.
Yes.
I don't like it.
It's okay. You know what? And we're going to probably not like that move a lot more when the season starts up as Cavaliers fans, and we got to play against Miami a few times throughout the year, and we'll see what that looks like going into the next season. But the big thing too, Chad, and I'll kick it over to you. The big thing here is Jaylen Brown. Where is he going? And again, that's the question that's on their screen, and you're probably wondering, Eli, well, where are you going with this? Well, I thought he was going to Minnesota, folks. It's got a little muddy in terms of the LaMelo Ball trade that came out of thin air. Shams Charania from ESPN announcing on the NBA draft, hey, night 2, hey, the Charlotte Hornets are shopping LaMelo Ball. You're like, what? Since when? Well, since now. And then he's gone the next morning to Minnesota. Here's the thing, Chad B. I think Jaylen Brown still ends up in Minnesota.
Okay.
Here's why. Because they have a $40.5 million trade exception they created. They created it with the LaMelo, with the trade they moved off of, the Hornets created that $40.5 million trade exception, but the Timberwolves have created a spot where they have some freedom to move around in terms of, okay, now we can go out and get somebody that is going to add to this big three. you have LaMelo Ball, you have obviously Anthony Edwards. Now, if you're the Timberwolves, you're like, okay, I have two guys that have never been to the finals. LaMelo Ball has never even been into the second round of the playoffs. Maybe we need to bring somebody in here that has a little bit of experience. Jaylen Brown fits right in there like a glove, and I just think that is the perfect fit for him. He's going to play with two guys that, Anthony Edwards is a dog. LaMelo Ball can be a little more on the flashy side. I think that's just a perfect fit for him. I think this pipe dream of Jaylen Brown for Donovan Mitchell or Jaylen Brown for Evan Mobley, it ain't going to work. It just is not going to work. Why would Jaylen Brown want to go to Boston where he's disgruntled, to Cleveland where everybody's disgruntled, according to Channing Frye?
Well, not analytically. Analytically, everyone's happy.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
on the court, they're a little unhappy. Let me ask you this. I'm gonna throw it back on you.
Okay.
Would Jaylen Brown want to go home? He's from Georgia. I mean, I feel like the Hawks are in a spot where if they added a player like Jaylen Brown, it kind of makes the Hawks are one of those teams that are like close, right? They're close to being not really a huge contender. They're not going to be like a top 2, top 3 seed like the Celtics are right now. They're not going to be that kind of a team. But man, a guy like Jaylen Brown puts them over the edge. I don't think they'd have to give up too much to make it work. I think they'd still be at least a playoff contender and able to maybe think about the future. If he's from there, maybe he wants to. I don't know. Maybe stay there long term. I'm not sure. I guess my short answer is I don't know where the heck Jaylen Brown is going to go. But I'm trying to find teams that work. Maybe the Hawks are a fit. I don't know. Maybe the Clippers. I don't know. I'm not sure right now, Eli, to be honest with you.
No,
you think he go back? Did you think he has any say at all in this? Do you think he has any? I don't want to say he's like directing where he's going to get traded, but does he? Are they listening to Jaylen Brown for input at all, or are they just like, man, get out of here? Like you're
1,000% they are. 1,000% they are. And here's why: because if they weren't, or if he didn't have any say, he would have already been in Milwaukee.
Fair.
But the driving force, according to multiple reports, that was Jimmy Haslam, and we're familiar with him here in Cleveland, but he's obviously a part Milwaukee Bucks owner, and he was a driving force in Giannis going to Miami because he viewed that Jaylen Brown would basically get to Milwaukee and be like, I'm not playing here long term. I'm not doing it. So I do think, not a trade, where he has a no trade clause, but if he goes, you can send me there, I'm just not going to play, and let them know I'm not going to play. I think he has a little bit to say, not a lot of leverage, but he does have that. I want to get to two things here, too. I did misspeak. That's what happens when you have a lot of caffeine. It's a Friday. The Timberwolves, not the Hornets. I may have said the Hornets. My apologies. The Timberwolves have a $33.5 million trade exception, close to $40 million. So the Hornets don't have that. I know they've been rumored in terms of maybe going out for Jaylen Brown. I don't know what you would give up at that point. Because, I don't think Miles Bridges and those guys are interesting enough. But the Timberwolves
trade swap in 2050, 2051, and what do they have left? But I don't know.
Yeah. But the Timberwolves, and that actually strengthens my point, they have that wiggle room with the trade exception to take on a contract like Jaylen Brown. Now, to answer the Atlanta question, it's interesting. It's interesting because of the roots, because of everything there. Yeah. It's very interesting. But what do they have to really offer him roster-wise? Now, Jonathan Kuminga's there, and he had a better second half once he got out of Golden State. He was very unhappy there. And they have other guys that, okay, you have something, CJ McCollum's going to be back there. But it just feels like unless you're just trying to go there and be the man and be in the ATL, which is a nice city to be in.
Do you remember how tough they played the Knicks, though, the way they are? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I felt like they were close, man. We made the joke about them being the second best team in the East because they played the Knicks the toughest. But maybe they're the second best team in basketball.
Yeah, no, I
obviously
get
not
it,
true,
man.
but I don't know. I just don't know if that makes sense or not. NBA trades are hard for me. They're really, really hard for me because sometimes they're not even need based, right? It's like, hey, we have to move a ton of salary. Do you want this guy that's probably not going to play? Yeah, we'll take him. We'll take on that $64 million left, and then we'll just dump him because he's not going to play here. So we'll take it on. We'll cut him the next day. We'll set him loose. He can go do it. NBA trades are weird, man. I have a hard time with it. So I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I get it, man. I get it. I guess we'll keep an eye on it, right? Again, Minnesota now with that trade exception, $33.5 million. They have the wiggle room to go get Jaylen Brown. For those that are probably clipping whatever clip I said earlier, a statement about Charlotte, they're probably waiting chomping at the bits there behind the screen to grab that. But no, Charlotte doesn't have that trade exception, but they do have other pieces. Miles Bridges, Con Canoople's not moving, but they do have him. They have Brandon Miller. They have a lot of young guys that they could look at and see, who could we give it to maybe get Jaylen Brown and get in here with Concanoople? Because that's now your star in Charlotte. And, of course, they have Kobe White now at the point guard position, who just signed an extension. He came over from Chicago at the trade deadline. So that makes Charlotte a little interesting. But that trade exception, again, I keep hammering it home. There's a reason Minnesota opened that up. The reason they moved off Julius Randle and then they go out and get LaMelo and create that trade exception, I think that's huge. I do. I think that's the cushion to go get Jaylen Brown. The Minnesota Timberwolves aren't done.
I still think they made that move because they knew they weren't going to get Giannis. I'm sticking to that. We'll never know for sure. But my gut tells me they knew they were out. Okay, he's going to Miami. That's fine. Let's make our move. We'll do what we have to do. We had plan B ready. It was fired up right here in the ready machine. I don't know, man. I feel like that's why they made that. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
We shall see. Good news is Chad B and I just inked extensions with the Inside Edge Network before the show, so we're here with you long term. And we'll be back with you after the break here. Word from our partners. But that's Chad Bryan, Chad B, as we call him here on the Inside Edge Network. He's to my right, your right, everybody's right. I'm Eli Moon, this Inside Edge Primetime here on the Inside Edge Network. When we come back, Chad answered my question yesterday about the Guardians. Mm-hmm. Should they rock with the farm, or should they go get the arms? Talking about a bat. We'll see. We'll see what's going on. I'll answer that. His pivot, Chad said the farm. I'll talk about what I believe the Guardians should do.
I'm a country boy.
And a country boy will survive. We're back after this.
Key On Sports is the leader in Ohio high school athletic coverage in written, print, and video streaming. From the latest news and results and written content to the high school football game of the week every Friday, Key On Sports has you covered. The vision of 15-time published author Vince McKee has become the most trusted site in Ohio high school athletic news. From podcasts to player profiles, Key On Sports is your one-stop for all of it. Visit them today at keyonsports.com or on YouTube at Key On Sports. Check out their socials on Twitter and Facebook as well.
Clean energy, bold flavors, and no jitters. See why people won't shut up about Dubby. Clean energy, no jitters or crash. Whether you're starting your workday or getting ready to exercise, Dubby Energy helps you lock in and focus. With over 15 flavors to choose from, you can't miss. Order Dubby Energy right now by using the QR code on your screen and use the promo code InsideEdge10 to receive 10% off your order. Dubby Energy, your energy-focused sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Discover our collection of body mists made with clean, minimal ingredients. Handcrafted with natural essential oils and clean ingredients, they offer a natural alternative to synthetic fragrances. Perfect for sensitive skin and those seeking clean, mindful self-care, and the perfect gift for you or your special someone. Courtesy of Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers, use that promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Whether searching for a baseball autographed by your favorite World Series slugger, a signed football by an iconic Hall of Famer, or the jersey of a world-famous soccer star, you've come to the right place. Here at SportsMemorabilia.com, the web's leading source of authentic sports memorabilia, you'll find more than 500,000 authentic products from nearly every professional sports league, team, and players. Not only will you find your next prized sports possession with ease thanks to superb customer service and tremendous site experience, you'll have the satisfaction and peace of mind that every product listed comes complete with a certificate of authenticity and is fully backed by the SportsMemorabilia.com lifetime authenticity guarantee. Go to SportsMemorabilia.com by using the QR code on your screen right now. SportsMemorabilia.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Find us on InsideEdgeNetwork.com for the latest information on your favorite shows, personalities, and network partners. Plus, guess what? We have a merch shop. That's right, we have network polos, t-shirts, champion jackets, hats, and bottles. Rep the network. Every purchase supports independent sports and entertainment media. Use the QR code on your screen right now to check out InsideEdgeNetwork.com. That's InsideEdgeNetwork.com.
What's going on, Inside Edge Network? It's Omar Clausel Jr. from the morning show. Had a great one today, just going through the table. It's going to be a big weekend, and we covered the United States men's national team just going and dropping a game. Just like, I hope they don't do that later on in the cup. We're getting to the group stage, man. You got to play harder football than that. We also had a new release Friday, so we checked out Eli and I. Talked a little bit about the new releases coming out music-wise. I've talked about the films that came out, and we just kind of shouted out the community. So check it out if you missed it. InsideEdgeNetwork.com is where you can find us. Thanks for tuning in, man. And check out the rest of the great shows that we have on here.
Welcome back to Inside Edge Primetime here on the Inside Edge Network. Chad Bryan to my right, your right, everybody's right. And I'm Eli Moon. And we are back in the saddle on the saddle adjacent here on Inside Edge Primetime, rocking and rolling with you for the next 30 minutes or so. We are rocking until about the 56-minute mark. And then at the top of the hour, we'll get the Daily Spiral in with Autumn Chisholm and Midnight Run with Anthony Alford at the top of that hour at midnight. We're here with you for the next 3 hours. Chad B coming back into focus. He's a little blurry.
Yeah, I'm gonna fix that really quickly. Hold on.
Oh, he's fixed. There he is.
Oh, there we
he's
go.
Not fixed. There he's fixed.
It's weird.
Boom.
I know.
And while
I
he's
move so
fixing
fast sometimes, Eli. I'm hard to catch.
You're A-okay, man. Hey, you're too hard to handle, man. Or too hot to handle. Whatever it is, man.
Whatever.
Like and subscribe. Inside Edge Net. Follow. Check it out. YouTube, X, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Go smash that notification bell so you can be too hot to handle too, and you show people, dang, you're following the Inside Edge Network. I should do that too. Check that out. Go to InsideEdgeNetwork.com. Go read about your favorite personalities. Partners page, W Energy, Monster Moments, SportsMemorabilia.com, Fanatics.com, Omega Video Marketing, and Alley Rose Fragrances. We appreciate you so, so much. And go to the merchandise store. That's you. Go get a mug, a polo, a shirt, a hat, a windbreaker. Tuck it away. Get it ready. InsideEdgeNetwork.com and go to Roku. Download the Inside Edge Network app. We're on Roku. How cool is that?
That is very cool.
I almost knocked the microphone over here, Chad.
Is that cool? You don't even need a microphone.
Cool.
It's that cool.
That's right. Later on in the show, coming up after the break, after we dive into some Guardians talk, we'll talk some crazy. We dove back into ChatGPT, and I have two scenarios for you, Chad B. I told you one. I have two scenarios for you.
All right.
So we'll get into that later on. But I have something to get off my chest right now, if I may. Absolutely. And that is a response to my awesome bros comments yesterday. I asked Chad Bryan. I said, "Hey, Guardians are in a weird spot right now. They're in the AL Central jockeying with the Chicago White Sox. If you check the standings today, Chicago White Sox at 41-38, the Guardians at 42-40, a half game back of the AL Central." So I asked Chad yesterday, I said, "Hey, if you're the Guardians, do you rock with the farm? They just brought Cooper Ingle up. He made his debut, I believe, tonight. And so do you do that? Or do you go out and get a bat? Do you go out and get somebody that is absolutely ready to go right now? A Yordan Alvarez. Somebody along the lines of that." Chad Bryan, my guy, he said they're going to stick with the farm. And Chad, you brought up the points, the lockout impending, coming up here. You have that. You have the idea that, hey, these Guardians could get better. This farm system's pretty good right now. Probably in one of the better spots, and it's always been pretty strong, but at least hitting-wise, it's probably the strongest it's been in a minute. And there's a lot to like there. But there's a few things to keep in mind.
I don't know if you saw Cal Steven he's having Tommy John surgery. Did you see that?
I did.
Okay, I didn't know. We didn't talk about that on the show, so I did want to mention that to you. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sad about that. And actually, I think we brought it up. We may have brought it up on Midnight Run, or one of the shows across the network. But I first person I thought of was you, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, man, that's my guy's guy, man. That's Cal Steven. Yeah, it's
some
tough.
guys. Listen, guys come back stronger from that. It's a different time medically, right? It's the 2020. It's no longer the 1900s, right? You have Tommy John surgery now, and you might come back. Who knows? Maybe you throw harder. Things are a little bit tighter in there. It feels better. Who knows? So hopefully he gets well soon. But go ahead. I'm sorry, buddy.
No, you're okay, buddy. No need to apologize. Now, I will tell you this. As much as your points were strong yesterday, I think the point that is going to trump all of the points you mentioned yesterday is if the Guardians just stay ho-hum with the farm, and I'm excited to see what Cooper Ingle does. Travis Bazzana has been an absolute delight to watch.
Yeah.
I think it's still crazy, on a side note, that we're on social media debating about the Guardians making the right or wrong move with Travis Bazana over Nick Kurtz. I mean, come on, man. I know Nick Kurtz is hitting the cover off the ball for the Athletics. They're two different players. And I know we need outfield help. I get that. Yeah. I'm not mad about Bazana, though, and it actually was a blessing in disguise. Arias goes down. You have no luck with Juan Brito when he comes up here, really. You've had a lot of question marks in that infield, and now you don't. And with Rocchio developing, that's awesome. I'm not saying move off of those guys, clearly. What I am saying, though, is there's Ralphie Velasquez in AAA, and he's been awesome. You have Ralphie Velasquez. Cooper Ingle just came up here. But, hey, it's his first day out here. We have these guys and a few other prospects that stand out as well. If you're the Guardians, you could stay where you're at with the farm and hope it works out. We've seen how this story goes. It usually leads with an ALDS exit and an ALCS exit against Yankees or insert team that is just loaded a little bit stronger with talent.
Yeah.
Jose Ramirez is now at the back end of his career, and there it is, folks. If you had it on your calendar, you were ready. But Jose Ramirez on the back end of his career here.
It's a nightly occurrence.
Yes. He is now 33 years old, and I know that's not super old. I get it. You're like, Eli, why? Dude, I get it. He'll be 34 in September, however, near the end of the year. So that makes me think, okay, we got about maybe 4 or 5 years of Jose Ramirez being Jose Ramirez. Maybe. And that's really pushing it. The guys usually don't play like they're playing now, in their back, the end of their prime at 38, 39 years old. It's just not, there's been anomalies. I get it, but it's rare. The Guardians owe this to Jose Ramirez. He has remained loyal to them, true through everything. Francisco Lindor, his infield running mate, the guy that he came up with the captains, gone. He leaves. Yeah. What does Jose do? He had inked an extension to stay here, took a discount. Yeah. They after the heartbreaking World Series, lost all that stuff. They go through it again. They keep running. They do another few runs. They don't get there. The Dolans do the Dolans thing. What do the Guardians do? Not spend. What does Jose do? Take a discount to basically guarantee that the rest of his career, barring any crazy trades, is going to be a Cleveland Guardian for the rest of his career. And that's where this trumps any discussion about, in my opinion. And it's not to discredit it, Chad, because those are strong points you made yesterday. And if you missed it yesterday, go check out the show after we're done here tonight at 1 a.m. But Jose Ramirez deserves it. He's been loyal. And I know I get some people was like, well, okay, yeah, but he's one guy. He is the greatest Guardian and arguably one of the greatest Cleveland baseball players of all time. For his loyalty, for his play on the field, for everything. I understand there's a lockout that is probably on the way, especially after the players responded the way they did yesterday. Mm-hmm. And I understand that the Guardians have a strong farm system. The farm isn't going to change, though, Chad, in my opinion. The Guardians have been very good about developing the farm system. Now, I know they get a lot of crap about the hitting, and the hitting isn't always coming around, and they don't love developing left-handed batter or right-handed batters, rather.
Yeah, they struggle with that, yeah.
They're going to be able to develop another pitching staff, for the future. They're going to be able to develop hitters that come up. Everybody was freaking out years ago when Francisco Mejia was on the trade block. Does anybody know what Francisco Mejia is doing right now?
No, what?
I don't.
Maybe Francisco Mejia doesn't know what he's doing right now. But.
And that's what it comes down to, man. It's like the farm's always going to be there, but Jose Ramirez isn't going to always be here. And Jose Ramirez deserves some loyalty from the Guardians for once. Yes, they've inked him a few extensions. He's deserved those. And now he deserves a chance to go actually compete against the big dogs, the Yankees, the Rays, teams like that. He has to go out, and they have to give him somebody that is going to elevate this offense. Now, I know we've had discussions about Yordan Alvarez. We've had discussions about guys that maybe you feel, Chad, are out of the Guardians either fit for where they're at right now or price range. But I still stand on it about a month away from the deadline, the trade deadline. The Guardians are going to be the biggest spenders, the biggest buyers at the trade deadline. They recognize this. Why is Cooper Ingle coming up right now instead of keeping him in the farm? Sure, you could say it's to get some offense right now. But wouldn't it be nice for other teams to get a look at him and see how he plays against major league talent, since that's what you maybe wanted to bring him in? And if he looks even better against major league talent for a few weeks, now you can send him to a team and say, and he's ready to insert into your lineup right now.
So but are you comfortable enough catcher to move off a prospect like Cooper Ingle? I mean, that's the thing. They get no production from that position at all.
But defensively, they have. Defensively
with Patrick Bailey. Yeah.
And the Guardians have shown, Chad, time and time again that they're okay with that. Now, is that the right move? Maybe not. But they've showed time and time again. That's why they remain loyal to Bo Naylor when he went to his massive struggles. That's why they have Austin Hedges still in that lineup from time to time. They put these guys in here. And before that, we were talking about the animal, Jan Gomes. So, we've seen this from the Guardians. Is it the right move? Maybe not.
I thought you meant animal from Muppet Babies for a minute there.
No. Right. But I will tell you this. They can develop the farm system again. That's not going anywhere. But Jose Ramirez, you don't have 15, 20 more years of Jose Ramirez. We are on the last 4 or 5 years. And with the lockout happening possibly, no baseball, that means Jose Ramirez wouldn't be back playing baseball again until he was 35 going into his 36-year-old season. Chad, that's something the Guardians have to be monitoring. I don't know who it is they bring in, bud. I don't
but
know. It's got
to be a
bat.
Jose Ramirez. Yeah, I don't know.
No, I'm just saying this season. I mean, yeah, you're right about Jose, but I'm saying this season.
Well, I'm looking long term. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Well, I'm looking short term, buddy.
Fair enough.
I'm kidding.
But
no.
I'm a big picture guy. Listen, baseball will tell you. Baseball history will tell you that I guess a hitter's physical prime is from about age maybe 27 to 30. That's about it. Believe it or not. And as far as right-handed bats go, I just want to point out we have a comment. Is Julio Franco available? So, I mean, first of all, that's ridiculous. He's 67 years old. Of course he's available. Yes, go get the guy. I mean, come on. It's Julio Franco. He's still going to swing a 59-ounce bat, by the way, Ro. That's what's going to happen if you get Julio Franco.
Is Bobby Bonilla available with them?
Yeah, he's still getting paid by the Mets. You might as well get him out here.
Yeah.
Why not?
We don't got to pay him. The Dolans would be happy. They'd be like, the Mets are still paying you? All right.
Yeah, let's go. We got 23 more. Yeah, 23 more years of your contract paid by the Mets. Let's get over here. Can you swing a bat? No.
That's long term.
Get on this roster. Yeah.
That's long term, buddy. That's long term.
I
love it. I love it. I guess that's the biggest thing, man. You made a lot of great points yesterday, but I cannot forgive the Dolans if they don't go out and make a move this year. Because if they don't make a move this year, there's going to be a lockout more than likely next year. So they ain't making any moves next year.
I just feel like these injuries are going to hold them back. I feel like their core right now is they're not falling apart. But, I mean, with Ramirez out and just all the injuries right now, I just feel like they're going to be hesitant to make a move and come off of any of those prospects because who knows what you're going to need here, short term and long term.
But so I can see where you're saying that, but this is where we just respectfully disagree a little bit. Mm-hmm. I believe the injuries are leading them to go out and make a move. Because if you don't,
I think if there were a team that spent more money, yes, I would agree with you. But they like to keep they keep everything close to the vest, right? They don't really put the money on a platter like that. That's the reason I say I think they'll tighten up and clutch everything they've got and really try to hang on tight. But I want to hear your point.
I guess it's just like what was Jose Ramirez told in these contract extensions?
Yeah.
Like how? Because if you're Jose Ramirez, I know you love Cleveland. Cleveland's your home. I get that.
Yeah.
The Dolans had to have told him something like, hey, and we're going to go out and spend. And if they lie to his face, then that's kind of foul. But, maybe they told him, hey, we're going to go out and spend for you. Yeah, we're going to go out and get it. It may not be this year. It may not be with the lockout. And maybe I'm jumping the gun a little early. It may be in 2028, at that point. But I don't, until I see it, until the trade deadline passes, I just stand on the fact that the Guardians have to do right, and they will do right by Jose Ramirez and go bring in a bat. Whether it is Yordan Alvarez and you look into Hoskins going to the outfield, because you're going to have to move off of Stephen Kwan and some prospects for a Yordan Alvarez type of trade. But maybe it's that, and you move Hoskins out because he can play left field. Maybe you move Hoskins out there, and then you put Alvarez at first. And now you're strengthening your lineup because now you got Rhys Hoskins in your lineup every day. I know he's not always consistent, but he's a powerful bat. And that's making the Guardians a stronger offense. So when Jose Ramirez comes back, when these guys come back, DeLauder back fully rolling and everything like that, then we're in a better spot. It's really about not only surviving right now, it's about elevating. We've talked about this season and I know they're in second right now by a half game. They're still in great position to take over the top AL spot in the entire American League, But, you have the Yankees that are starting to pull away in terms of, 48 and 33 now, Rays, 46 and 33. And the Guardians obviously sitting at 42 and 40, so they're a little bit back. But all it takes is one good stretch in July, and then we're talking a different story. And I just think the Guardians cannot be in survival mode of being like, we'll just pull all of our prospects up and we'll hope that it works out. They have to go out and get some reinforcements. Yeah. They have to go out and basically treat this as the last great chance to win something in the Jose Ramirez era. Because the odds of him winning anything at 36, 37 years old Just not likely. It's not likely.
Yeah. I feel like they're not. And I think if they did a self-assessment of just where that roster is and where the pitching staff is, the bullpen's been pretty good. It's been much better. The season started off a little rough for the bullpen, but it's been better. But I think if they did a self-assessment today on, what is it, June 26th, you would think I would know that. It's 6 days after my birthday.
6/26/26, bro. And if you read it backwards, it's
It's also 6/26. I don't know why I mumbled that. But, yeah, in case I was wrong, I wanted to mumble and make myself look smart. But, no, I think if they did a self-assessment today, I think they would say, okay, we're not where we want to be health-wise and depth-wise to go make these moves. I think if you were mostly healthy and you had some peripheral guys falling off with injuries, you had like your platoon guys and a bench guy, then I think you go out and you make a big splash and you kind of reshuffle the platoon and reshuffle the day-to-day lineup or whatever. But with your core guys going out, I just don't know that you go out. I mean, where do you start? You know, and I think that's the problem. I think they just – and my biggest thing is how do you get to if there is a salary floor, okay, if we come out of this the collective bargaining agreement and there's a salary floor, how in the world do the Guardians get there? Do you just start giving everybody raises? Do you go out and get a guy? I mean, how does that work? Because is there even enough of a talent pool in Major League Baseball for all these teams that hover around 40 to 60 to 80 million a year to get to that 100 and whatever it was, $110 million salary floor? I don't remember the exact number, but there's a lot of ground to make up for quite a few teams.
Yeah.
Is there that much talent to really reflect spending that much money on players? I mean, some teams are going to have to really go out and upgrade their roster, or at least overpay for some guys.
Sure.
You know, you're creating a weird situation there. I don't know what we're going to see after that. I just don't know what it's going to be like after the lockout. I don't know. I'm not really sure.
It's going to be a little odd, but I'll tell you this, and this is my final thought, and I'll give you the floor before we go to break if you have any final thoughts on this topic for tonight.
Yeah.
But I'll just say this. I think that kind of leans into my point, though. With the salary floor, one of the Guardians want to get ahead of it, and we bring in a big contract.
Not unless you know it's coming. Not unless you know that it's going to be a thing, because you don't want to just start spending and then go, well, hell, we could have stayed at $60 million and been fine. You know what I mean? Like what did we do? We just went out and added $30 million of payroll just in case we found a $20 million guy out there in free, $20 million guy in free agency. I just don't think you start making moves until you know, and no one knows until this lockdown, until this lockout's going to be over, and no one knows what it's going to look like. Or lockdown. You can go to lockdown.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you know what, Chad B, we'll spend more time talking about this, but this isn't going anywhere because the Guardians haven't made any moves yet. We'll see if they do over the weekend, and we'll revisit it Monday. How about that? I think that's a good plan. But yeah, I appreciate the dialogue. I think we are just in different lanes in terms of what we think they should do, but.
And that's okay. There's teams all across Major League Baseball that are all in different lanes on what they should do too. So it's not just you and I.
You're dang right. But we're on the same page about. We're about to get into some ChatGPT. It's Friday Free for All coming up here after the pause for the cause. Going to hear a few words from our partners. Grab your caffeine, grab your dinner. We are literally not even anywhere close to being done. Prime time will conclude at the top of the hour. And then it's the Daily Spiral with Autumn Chisholm and Double A Anthony Alford tonight. It's a dicey one for Love Island. Get into that. And, of course, Midnight Run with Anthony Alford at midnight. This is the 3-hour, one-stream megathon here on the Inside Edge Network. This is Inside Edge Primetime. That's Chad Bryan to my right, your right. Everybody's right. I'm Eli Moon, and we are back with Friday Free For All after this.
Fanatics isn't just our name, it's who we are. Loyal, passionate fans dedicated to our favorite teams and to the sports we love. That's why we're honored to be able to offer fans the world's largest collection of official sports apparel and sports jerseys from all leagues, teams, and players you love. We feature a wide selection of gear from every league, including the NFL, MLB, NBA, NHL, and NCAA merchandise, which allows us to serve fans of football, baseball, hockey, basketball, lacrosse, soccer, golf, and, well, everything else that gets your heart pumping. Go to Fanatics.com by using the QR code on your screen right now to celebrate your teams. That's Fanatics.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader.
Small business owners are superheroes, but nowadays running your business means doing so inside your shop and on social media. That's why you should make Omega Video Marketing your sidekick.
With a decade of content creation experience, I create dynamic, informative, and fun videos for your specific social needs that will increase brand awareness, get you more followers, and keep your social pages and websites current and fresh.
I offer flexible pricing and turn times and will work with you to understand your brand and your story. All of that comes from the heart. My award-winning expertise is just the cherry on top. So let's get connected. After all, your brand is the alpha and my expertise is the omega.
Discover our collection of handcrafted candles. That's right, every product is thoughtfully created in small batches free from harmful toxins for mindful everyday indulgence. Our candles are hand-poured in coconut soy wax with natural wood wicks, offering a long-lasting burn and rich fragrances. Create a cozy, safe ambiance for your home with candles from Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers use the promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network. Mosser Moments Photography is a husband and wife wedding photography team based in Cleveland, owned and operated by Inside Edge Network's very own Ryan Mosser and his wife Hallie. For the past 10 years, they've captured more than 100 weddings across Northeast Ohio and beyond, always working together as a true two-person team. Their style centers on authentic, emotional storytelling, documenting the real moments between two people in love and creating images that feel natural, comfortable, and true to the couple. Rooted in Northern Ohio but inspired by their travels, Ryan and Hallie bring a warm, personal approach to every wedding day. Their work blends experience, consistency, and a genuine passion for helping couples relive their best day through timeless photography. Learn more at MosserMomentsPhotography.com by using the QR code on your screen right now. MosserMomentsPhotography.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader.
And welcome back to Inside Edge Primetime here on the Inside Edge Network. Chad Bryan, to my right, your right, everybody's right. I'm Eli Moon. We are back in the saddle, on the saddle, Jason, here on Inside Edge Primetime. We're rocking and rolling with you for about another 8 minutes. Who's counting? Autumn Chisholm's counting. She's up at the top of the hour, the Daily Spiral, and based off of our text conversation we have between the night crew here, it's a bad day to be KC. That's all I'll say.
It might sound like this.
I thought that was a gunshot at first.
No.
And I was like, okay, all right. Autumn's choosing violence tonight. Okay.
It's going to be some going on.
Yeah.
It's like a Friday free-for-all. I got to use the sound effects, man.
You're dang right. It is time for Friday Free-for-All. And before we get into it, make sure you like, subscribe, follow at Inside Edge Net and all the socials. Go check that out. And go to the website, InsideEdgeNetwork.com, read about your favorite personalities, check out our partners page, and get something cool. And rep Cleveland's digital leader at the merchandise store, of course, at InsideEdgeNetwork.com. And we're on Roku, so download the Inside Edge Network app on Roku. Chad B, are you laughing at the text thread?
Yes, yes, I was. I'm going through it over here too. My chair has never been this uncomfortable. I keep getting caught in the wire for my head. I'm like,
Yeah,
man, I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna be all right though. But yes, I was laughing at that, and then I got stuck in my setup, and I didn't know if I was gonna get out of it. But I'm good now. I made my way out. I'm all good. All good.
Well, you know what time it is, buddy?
I do.
It's time for Friday Free-for-All. And this week we have an interesting one. It was a crazy week. So we're going to get back to In the Comments. Next week we have two special In the Comments for you. One on Monday at the start of the week, one on Friday at the end of the week. So we got two for you, courtesy of Chad B, who goes and does the absolute, he's just the work of a saint. He goes out and reads the comments of people.
Dirty work. It's dirty
yeah,
work.
Yeah, it is. Now I have two AI prompts for you tonight from ChatGPT that I'm going to present to you. And we're going to have to move through these a little quick just because of where we're at time-wise, Chad B.
Yeah.
But I have some interesting thoughts.
Okay.
About both of these. I'm going to read these to you. Which one would you like to start with, basketball or football?
Let's start with basketball and with football.
Perfect. All right, let's go to basketball. So basketball, we started with, I asked ChatGPT, please tell me what would have happened from 2017 to 2026 in the NBA if Kevin Durant never signed with the Warriors. Now, that's a pretty pivotal moment. Kevin Durant signs there. He goes, wins 2 championships back-to-back with Golden State, 2017 and 18. The Cavs, we thought it would be a dynasty, was not a dynasty, and we know the rest of history. But what happened if it didn't happen? So let's go into ChatGPT here.
Let's do it.
So ChatGPT said, that's one of the biggest what-ifs in NBA history. If Kevin Durant had never signed with the Golden State Warriors in the summer of 2016, the NBA from 2017 to 26 would almost certainly look very different.
Oh.
Here's my best projection based on team strength, injuries, and how the league evolved. 2016-17 season, most likely champion, the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Oh.
Without Durant, Golden State still has Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green. They're still a 60-plus win team, but Cleveland matches up much better. After coming back from 3-1 in 2016, I think the Cavaliers repeat, so the Cavs win there in 17. 2017-18 season, this becomes much more competitive. The Rockets, with James Harden and Chris Paul, were already 1 game from beating Golden State despite Durant playing.
Yeah.
Without Durant, Houston probably wins the West. The finals, Rockets versus Cavaliers, and I think Houston, or ChatGPT thinks Houston, narrowly wins. That means the Houston Rockets win and Harden gets his first championship.
Wow.
Crazy, Chad, to be, now watch this. 2018-19 season, Durant likely stays with the Oklahoma City Thunder or signs elsewhere. The Warriors remain contenders, but no longer overwhelming favorites. The actual champions, the Toronto Raptors, are already good enough to beat a severely injured Warriors team. I still think Toronto wins.
Okay.
Toronto stays there.
Fair.
Doesn't get a little dicey here. It kind of stays where we're at. 2019-20, the Los Angeles Lakers were dominant. LeBron James, Anthony Davis, they probably still win. Champions, Lakers, but instead of 4, this is championship number 5. 5 for LeBron James. Okay. 2020-21, the Milwaukee Bucks probably still win. Giannis Antetokounmpo was simply incredible. That's all they got for that one. All right, so that's there. 21-22, the Warriors' real championship is where things change again. Without Durant's earlier championships, Warriors have less championship confidence. Their roster may have changed. Veterans might not have stayed. The Boston Celtics probably capitalized champion Boston and Jason Tatum instead of a few seasons ago. He wins his first championship in 2022, and Jaylen Brown too. Even ChatGPT slighted Jaylen Brown. It's crazy.
ChatGPT is going to be on Twitch tomorrow talking about this, by the way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
22-23, the Denver Nuggets still win. Nikola Jokic playing at an MVP level regardless. 23-24, the Boston Celtics still win. The roster was simply too complete. 24-25, I'd still lean toward the Oklahoma City Thunder. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, their young core, would likely arrive on schedule. 25-26, we did see this one, but ChatGPT said too early to know for sure, but Oklahoma City Thunder would probably remain the favorite entering the playoffs.
Too early to know. I mean, yeah, it's the end of June. We couldn't know. Yeah.
Now here's something to keep an eye on. Biggest legacy changes. LeBron James, instead of 4 championships, he likely has 5 championships. Maybe even 6 if Cleveland beats Houston in 2018.
Maybe even
That
6.
dramatically strengthens his case in the greatest of all time debate. Kevin Durant, without joining Golden State, no super team criticism. Probably few championships, but if he won elsewhere, those titles would likely be viewed as more meaningful.
Yeah,
And
maybe.
his legacy might be seen as more independent, even if his total ring count were lower. Stephen Curry, this changes a lot. Instead of 4 championships, he might finish with 2 or 1, depending on how later season unfolds. His reputation as the greatest shooter ever probably remains intact, but discussions about his place among the all-time greats would look different. And James Harden is perhaps the biggest winner. Instead of no championships, he likely has 1 championship in 2018, and that would significantly change how his career is impacted.
What
That's what we
ifs?
got.
The what ifs. A lot of what ifs there. A lot of reaching. A lot of stuff that actually made sense. There were a couple of reaches, but that's okay. That's okay. That's why we asked, right? That's why we asked.
You're damn right.
We want to get
All
the
right.
AI hot take. Yeah.
Let's move to the football one here. We got a couple minutes, so I'm going to go through this like a 2-minute drill here. All
All
right?
right, here we
So
go.
I asked this. What would happen if the Browns won the 2020 Super Bowl?
Oh boy. Here we go. We need the silly music for this.
If the Cleveland Browns had won the 2020 season Super Bowl, played in February of 21, it would have changed the direction of the franchise and possibly the entire AFC for years. Here's a plausible alternate timeline.
Plausible.
Yes. February 2021, the Browns shocked the NFL. To win the Super Bowl, Cleveland would have had to defeat the Chiefs in the divisional round, beat the Bills in the AFC Championship game, defeat the Buccaneers in the Super Bowl. That would instantly become one of the greatest playoff runs in NFL history. Baker Mayfield goes from being a question mark to a Super Bowl winning quarterback, Head coach Kevin Stefanski becomes one of the league's brightest young coaches, and general manager Andrew Berry is praised.
Who was the quarterback that year for the Buccaneers? Who was that guy?
Tom Brady.
That's right. He had a championship pedigree. Probably wouldn't have happened. Let's go. Anyway,
For building a championship, Andrew Berry is praised.
Hey.
Now Baker Mayfield gets a long-term extension. This is probably the biggest consequence. Instead of debating whether Baker was the guy, the Browns signed him to a lucrative extension after the 21 season or even sooner. The organization has no reason to pursue another franchise quarterback. That means no pursuit of Deshaun Watson, no blockbuster trade, no fully guaranteed $230 million contract, no loss of 3 first-round draft picks. Cleveland becomes a free agent destination, Chad B.
Whoa.
Winning
it's because
changes
of the
everything.
winners. Yeah.
Winning changes everything. That's what you were on the same page as ChatGPT. ChatGPT and ChatGPT.
There you go.
Veteran players chasing a championship often take less money to join successful teams. Super Bowl title would make Cleveland a far more attractive destination, and the team's culture under Stefanski would likely be viewed as one of the NFL's best. 21 season, Baker still suffers a shoulder injury early in the year, but the Browns are much less likely to let him play through it for most of the season. As the reigning champions, they may prioritize his long-term health, shut him down if necessary, and turn to a backup quarterback rather than risking further damage. Of course, the Watson trade never happens. This is a domino that affects almost every team involved. The Browns keep 3 first-round picks, a third-round pick, 2 fourth-round picks. They also avoid the massive salary cap commitment tied to Watson's contract.
Yeah, think of all the teams this would affect, by the way, for having to commit all that money to all these quarterbacks now after Watson. So think about that too.
Yep, absolutely, Chad B. You're spot on. Leave more flexibility. Retain key players and strengthen the roster. What this means for the Texans. Without Cleveland's draft haul, Houston's rebuild looks very different. They may still draft a franchise quarterback later, but they lose much of the extra draft capital that accelerated their turnaround. Nick Chubb's legacy. With a championship already on his resume, Chubb is remembered not only as one of the league's best running backs, but as a cornerstone of a title-winning team. He likely finishes his career as one of the most beloved Browns in franchise history. I think he might still do that. Myles Garrett. Garrett's Hall of Fame resume becomes even stronger. Instead of being primarily remembered as an elite defensive player, he's remembered as a defensive leader who helped deliver Cleveland's first Super Bowl. Cleveland sports history. A Browns championship would rank alongside the Cavaliers' 2016 NBA title as one of the defining moments in Cleveland sports history. The city would celebrate its first NFL championship since the pre-Super Bowl era and its first Super Bowl victory ever. So here's what it looks like. 22 to 26. Instead of this, a realistic projection would be 21, 10 or 7 or 11 or 6 despite injuries. 22, 11 or 6 and 12-5 with Baker healthy and the roster intact. 23, continued playoff appearances behind a deep, balanced roster. 24 to 26, regular AFC contender with strong draft depth and salary cap flexibility. The legacy, Chad B, this is what we'll finish with. If Cleveland had won the 20th Super Bowl, the Browns would probably be talked about much like the early 20s Chiefs, Bills, and Ravens, a consistently competitive organization with stability at quarterback, coaching, and in the front office. Would they have become a dynasty? That's much harder to predict. Winning one Super Bowl doesn't guarantee more, especially in an AFC featuring quarterbacks like Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, and Lamar Jackson. Yes, exactly. The most likely long-term effect is that the Browns avoid the Watson era entirely. Instead of spending years trying to recover from that decision, they build around a championship core led by Baker Mayfield, Myles Garrett, Nick Chubb, and Kevin Stefanski, giving Cleveland a strong chance to remain one of the AFC's perennial contenders for the first half of the decade.
And the one domino that they missed that wouldn't have fallen, that downtown Heinens would not be closing, Eli.
Oh, you right through my heart at the end of the show. Oh, my golly. Okay, that's it for us. Chad B, you did a great job this week. I appreciate you so much. Absolutely. Much love to you, as always. Hey, let's do this again Monday at 10. Sound cool?
As well. Yeah, same time. Yeah,
we'll see you Inside Edge Primetime here on the Inside Edge Network, 10 p.m. on Monday. Enjoy your weekends. But the weekend is not officially kicked off yet because you haven't spiraled out of control. It is time. You know what? We usually don't bring her on screen, but we're right up against it.
Let's do it.
They do the crossover on the midnight run, and we jump on there. Nobody ever enters our room. Nobody ever enters our room.
That it hangs out with us. Does it smell like feet or something? Like, get in here. Let's go.
Get the bleeper ready because I'm about to drop some major.
Hold up. Oh yeah, there we go.
Okay, all right, let's get her in here. It is the host of the Daily Spiral, which you'll see here officially, and I believe we are about 5 seconds away.
Yeah.
From officially spiraling out of control. It's Autumn Chisholm. Oh my goodness, look at her. Autumn, are you okay?
No, you guys, I literally have had the worst anxiety I've ever had all day. I got sick earlier, all because of stupid ass Love Island.
Oh no.
Oh no. Autumn, and I'd love to talk to you. I know we planned for this. I don't think it'd be good for either one of us. We're friends. We get along pretty well.
The fact that no, Eli. Okay, yes, we are friends. I'm not gonna go off on you, But if you defend Sincere KC, I might go off on you. I'm sorry.
So the thing is, any thoughts that I was or may have conveyed here across the airways of the Inside Edge Network will have to be saved for another day. I want to have a few more episodes for me to get some more formula.
It would be on Tuesday. Tuesday.
Oh, is that
Tuesday?
What day would be? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Right.
You better
Tuesday,
have all your thoughts together by Tuesday.
It's so
Chad,
weird. I think I have a doctor's appointment on Tuesday
Wednesday.
at like 11 o'clock.
I'm ready.
Wednesday. Okay, I mean,
I'm ready.
weird. You know what we're missing here, Autumn? Because I called him the pinch hitter. This is like if Michael Martinez was up at the plate like during the 2016 World Series and he's like, but I didn't watch Love Island. Shit.
No, why are you trying to make him mad? Even worse, because that. Why was he?
I don't know why. I don't know why I said
spot?
that. I don't know
Why
why
was
I said
he in
that.
spot? Why was he in that spot?
They had nobody else, Autumn. They
Till
what are
this
they
day.
gonna
Till this
We're
day,
going
I
Michael
don't
Martinez.
understand
We got
Michael Martinez.
it got deep here in the last 3 minutes. What's going on?
Oh, listen here, buddy. You want to get even more unhinged?
Uh-oh.
You ever seen what happens when a spiral meets a crack show? This is what happens.
No.
Double A Anthony Alford, ladies and gentlemen. Oh shit!
I was ready. I didn't know what he was going to say. I was just preemptively.
You guys both wore black. Are we going to a funeral tonight?
Yes, we are. Absolutely.
Okay.
100%.
All right. Chad and I are going to get out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, that's been Inside Edge Primetime. If you couldn't tell, Double A Anthony Alford answered the call. I made the call. I said, bro, I'm scared. Autumn is really mad tonight. Can you please
Yeah,
do this?
you picked a good night to
Yeah, I'm glad you got out of
this one out. Yeah, I'll take it. It's okay.
All right. Perfect. All right. Well,
There'll be a tomorrow, okay?
There sure will, buddy. We got a busy weekend, and I want to be able to enjoy that weekend. I think tonight might have ended that if I did this. All right. With that being said, Chad and I are going to pop off the screen. When we come back, it is time for the Daily Spiral with Autumn Chisholm and a Friday special edition with Double A Anthony Alford. We're back with the Daily Spiral right after this.
Enjoy.
Discover our collection of body mists made with clean, minimal ingredients. Handcrafted with natural essential oils and clean ingredients, they offer a natural alternative to synthetic fragrances. Perfect for sensitive skin and those seeking clean, mindful self-care, and the perfect gift for you or your special someone. Courtesy of Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers, use that promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader.
Play me. You know what, Double A? I'm gonna need you to clear out. I need you to not say nothing for a minute. I need to talk to Kuman. Kuman, you don't even get the respect of me saying Casey. Kuman, you dusty, dirty. Oh, I have to calm down. Welcome to the Daily Spiral, everybody. I'm so sorry, y'all. I truly today had a great day ish. Not even gonna lie. I had a wonderful day. And then 6:00 hit. And then 7:30 hit. And then 8:30 hit. And at 8:35, I went on Twitter because everybody just skipped to the end to watch the recoupling. And I found out that Anaya picked Casey. I watched the whole thing. We're gonna talk about it. Double A, you only watched the recoupling, so you're gonna hear about all the stuff that you didn't see. I'm gonna break it down, all the stuff you didn't see.
Break it down for me, friend.
But when I tell you, Kuman, you're the first one out. You dusty, dirty. Oh, y'all about to hear me. So let's break it down. Let's break it down. Let's break it down. Let's break it down. Okay. So we start the episode off essentially, which was a little bit after last night's episode, and we just kind of get like the scraggly ends of like the everybody's going to sleep. Now, by the way, none of the girls that were like, "Oh my god, we're gonna cuddle with our boys tonight. We're gonna cuddle with our boys tonight." None of them cuddled with them boys. Okay, so
That's
I
why
was
they're
already
paying right now.
So I was already like, okay, none of them really followed through. Kenzie still talking to Gall. Jen is still boring. The boys are at Casa. I honestly, every time they would come on my screen, AA, I literally wanted to kick them. I watched it on my big TV. I didn't even watch it on my computer because I knew there was a chance I was going to punch my computer, and I just got this computer back. So I could not.
Yeah, we don't want you chopping your computer. We don't want that.
So everything was going fine. Anaya and Carl, the entire episode, it just felt like she was going to pick him. She was saying all the right things. Every single girl told her to bring him back. Trinity, my good sister Trinity. This was an A+ episode for Trinity. They were about to go to sleep, and Anaya goes, "Yeah, KC is some fine shit." And Trinity turns to her, "Yeah, he's some fine shit, but you definitely know he gonna bring somebody back. So if you want to keep calling him fine shit and look like a dummy," it got to that point. Melanie told her to bring Carl back because Carl's sophisticated. He's a man. He's not a child like KC. When I tell you, everybody told her to bring him back, and I understand why she didn't bring him back. We'll get into that, why she didn't bring him back. But she's playing volleyball with him. He's keeping up with her. Like when I tell you, the way she was playing volleyball, you could tell she was holding back. But you can tell she is fantastic. Now, she was a D1 volleyball player, a D1 athlete, okay? So we know she's good.
But like the producers tell like, hey, you gotta,
Yeah, you can tell that she wasn't really giving her all.
Hey, turn it down a little bit.
We got technically our third date of the season. We haven't had a date since night 2 when Kata, Zach, Bryce, Trinity, and all of them went to like that weird hideaway thing, and they had dates. But Corey set up a date for Melanie. She kissed Corey, and I thought she was gonna pick Corey.
I didn't see it.
Then we got Sincere talking to Caleb, talking about, "Oh, I've been away from Melanie." Now, mind y'all, it's been 3 days. It's been 3 days that these boys were in Casa. 3 days.
That's 72 hours. That's 72 hours.
3 days. He goes, "Yeah, I'm forgetting what Melanie looks like." What? What do you mean you're forgetting what Melanie looks like? I'm just forgetting her. I'm forgetting what she looks like. When I tell you that was the moment, I was like, you know what? Best wishes. You out of my villa too. So they're all talking. They get the text message talking about it's a recoupling. The girls get ready. They really don't say much. And how the coupling went was so simple. So let's get into the recoupling. So
yeah, here we go.
First we had Jen, and Jen really had to pick between Ronnie and Gall. She picks Gall. I kind of knew she was gonna pick Gall because she likes Gall. She was mad at Kenzie because Kenzie kept talking to Gall, but I knew she was gonna pick him because she likes him, and plus like finding out that he was like a local, like a celebrity in
that probably did it.
Venice was kind of like weird, but okay. So you have that. Then you have the girls.
Real quick about Jen. Real quick, I really don't care.
Nobody cares. She's boring. She's boring.
All right, let's go to Kenzie.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's boring.
No, Kenzie's not even next. So then they bring in Caleb because how they did it was they did it.
Oh yeah, Caleb was next. Yeah.
So then the girls were just so excited for Caleb. They were like, "See, this is why we picked him. This is why we chose him for him to stay because we wanted him to find a connection." So they were excited. Then we get to Kenzie. Kenzie recouples with Dylan, which we all kind of knew that was going to happen. They had chemistry. I wasn't really surprised with that. Then we get bitch ass Corbin. This robot bitch Let me tell y'all. He walked in. He was like, you know how he looked, Double A.
Hold up. Do that one more time. How did he walk in? That is what he did. That is exactly what he did.
As he's walking in, we all knew he was picking Permita. I did not expect the girls to start off with him. I did not expect them to start off with him. So they started off with him, and they started booing him. They started by booing him.
Yeah, y'all didn't have to boo him.
Yes,
y'all
they did.
Okay, you're right.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
yes, they
right.
did.
Actually, they did. Yeah, I understand.
Mm-hmm. They had to boo him. So they boo him, and they immediately get on his ass. Immediately. They get on him for disrespecting Kenzie because they was like, look, I don't even like Kenzie. I think Kenzie is terrible. I do not care for her. But I understand why they rode for Kenzie. He was hella disrespectful that first night.
He was.
Literally.
And then for those who didn't watch the episode, they revealed one by one when the guys came out. Oh, by the way, we saw the heart rate challenge, the live stream. And so it was so awkward because Caleb was the first guy who got that news. And he's just like, oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So you can see it as soon as Corbin's looking at Ariana like, why are they so mad at me? Why are they so pissed? And like he turns to Ariana and he's like, well, I don't know what they're talking about. That's literally how he said it. Well, I don't know what they're talking about. And Ariana goes, yeah, you see, the girls got to see a live feed of the heart rate challenge, unedited, full thing, so they know everything you did.
She made it clear, too. She made it very clear. They saw everything, Corbin. Everything.
So that's why they really were going in on him, and they were like Kenzie the entire time. And while he like looked at her, was like, well, Kenzie found something, and we'll get to that English bitch, Zach. We'll get to him. But
I was waiting for this show because I wanted your thoughts on it.
We'll get to that English bitch. That's literally.
I was thinking of you when I heard. I'm like, oh no.
We'll get to him. And Kenzie literally was like, you literally, everything you said to me on the dock meant nothing. And I was thinking about it. I'm like, this is the man who just a week ago was saying, oh, America can't break us up.
Yeah, can I interject with that for a second? Because, yeah, he was saying that. He was like, F America, F this. And then how do you go from that? And then 2 days later, a day later, whatever it was, like Kenzie's not even on my mind, completely moved on. I'm like, yeah, that's why most of America don't F with you. Man, some of the guys, but like most of America, like we're not on a solid front from the guys' side on Corbin. Like, dude, come on, man.
And the Kenzie being like, she was like, I thought it was real feelings there. And I'm glad that I'm so proud of the Casa Boys. Y'all, the Casa Boys really just let them girls like ream them out. I wanted the Casa Boys to step in and be like, y'all weren't here and y'all didn't see what they went through. But I am so glad that the Casa Boys just sat back and let them girls wax that ass for all them boys.
But I think it cost them a little bit. I kind of think they did. You talk about the new boys? The new boys
yes.
up there?
Yeah.
I think it cost some spots though. Just because I understand giving the ladies space. I respect that, cool. But you're in the game too now. I don't know, like it's a slippery slope. It's challenging, but it's like you can't just tell them that there's better out there. I didn't feel like they did enough on their end to flat out show them like this is how we need to move.
So Corbin sits down, Permita, Parmesan, whatever her fucking name is. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't mean to be cussing. She is a bird. She is the definition of a bird. You, instead of listening to the girls and hearing that they see the entirety of this challenge, you're like, I'm just so excited to be coupled up with him. They're like two robots talking to each other. It's like
they belong together.
Literally, have you ever been typing something? Like, I forget what toy. There was a toy you could type something in and it could say something and it could just like emote what you said. And that's how Corbin and Permita act, because she just was like, yeah, I'm just so excited to be here. Now, what's even worse is that the girls looked at her and was like, we're not even mad at her. We're mad at him. So the girls had no smoke for Permita. They only had smoke for Corbin. Also, do we have commercial breaks this time? Because we don't need commercial breaks this time. We need to talk about this fully.
Do you want to burn one real quick?
Yeah, let's burn one real quick when we come back. Y'all, when we come back, we're gonna talk about that English bitch Zach. We're gonna talk about Kuman. We're gonna talk about Bryce and Trinity. We're gonna talk about that other bird, Tiara. Y'all, I'm really living up to the name The Daily Spiral. I really am. This is the first time I've ever lived up to the name The Daily Spiral. This is the first time. Y'all, I'm sorry. Let's go to commercial break. Y'all watching The Daily Spiral here on Inside Edge Network. Please take me to commercial before
Key On Sports is the leader in Ohio high school athletic coverage in written, print, and video streaming. From the latest news and results and written content to the high school football game of the week every Friday, Key On Sports has you covered. The vision of 15-time published author Vince McKee has become the most trusted site in Ohio high school athletic news. From podcasts to player profiles, Key On Sports is your one stop for all of it. Visit them today at keyonsports.com or on YouTube at Key On Sports. Check out their socials on Twitter and Facebook as well.
Clean energy, bold flavors, and no jitters. See why people won't shut up about Dubby. Clean energy, no jitters or crash. Whether you're starting your workday or getting ready to exercise, Dubby Energy helps you lock in and focus. With over 15 flavors to choose from, you can't miss. Order Dubby Energy right now by using the QR code on your screen and use the promo code InsideEdge10 to receive 10% off your order. Dubby Energy, your energy-focused sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Discover our collection of body mists made with clean, minimal ingredients. Handcrafted with natural essential oils and clean ingredients, they offer a natural alternative to synthetic fragrances. Perfect for sensitive skin and those seeking clean, mindful self-care, and the perfect gift for you or your special someone. Courtesy of Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers, use that promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Whether searching for a baseball autographed by your favorite World Series slugger, a signed football by an iconic Hall of Famer, or the jersey of a world-famous soccer star, you've come to the right place. Here at sportsmemorabilia.com, the web's leading source of authentic sports memorabilia, you'll find more than 500,000 authentic products from nearly every professional sports league, team, and players. Not only will you find your next prized sports possession with ease thanks to superb customer service and tremendous site experience, you'll have the satisfaction and peace of mind that every product listed comes complete with a certificate of authenticity and is fully backed by the sportsmemorabilia.com lifetime authenticity guarantee. Go to sportsmemorabilia.com by using the QR code on your screen right now. Sportsmemorabilia.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Find us on InsideEdgeNetwork.com for the latest information on your favorite shows, personalities, and network partners. Plus, guess what? We have a merch shop. That's right, we have network polos, t-shirts, champion jackets, hats, and bottles. Rep the network. Every purchase supports independent sports and entertainment media. Use the QR code on your screen right now to check out InsideEdgeNetwork.com. That's InsideEdgeNetwork.com.
Welcome back to the Daily Spiral, y'all. All right, where was I in the middle of? Oh, let's talk about this English bit right here. All right, this English bitch. Let me talk about you, Zacharias. By the way, that's the most Greek name I've ever heard. I forgot he was Greek. So
I did too.
So we get so first we get Caleb, Jen, Corbin, Kenzie. That's the 4 we got, right? So we have, how many do we have more? I think we have 4 more, right?
Yes.
After this. So it's Kata and Zach's turn. Now, unfortunately, I wanted Kata so bad to couple up with Che because I wanted Zach to be able to sweat. I wanted him to see. But again, Zach's connection, the person he was connecting with, she was racist, so she got kicked out of the villa. So he had no choice but to come back single.
Yeah, I love. I'm very sarcastic when I say this. I love like, oh, I miss her. I miss Kata. I miss her. Like, not the first day or so.
No,
it would have been a whole different story. He got bailed out by casting.
Yeah, up until she got removed from Casa, he was still exploring. He literally said
he was all in until she was removed.
He literally said, and I quote, "Yeah, I'm still gonna try and see if there's something here. Like, I miss Kata, but I'm gonna try." And like, we know as an okay, this is what I also have to stress to everybody. We know as an audience what is happening. The girls in the house do not know the way that the boys have been talking about them behind their backs for the last 3 weeks. They don't know anything. So they're just going off of what the boys have been doing in front of their face. So Kata takes Zach back. They sit down. Then it's time for Melanie and Sinister. Melanie, girl, why would you not pick Corey? Like, and it really confused me. I'm gonna tell you why it really confused me. So Melanie decides to stay single and see if Sincere comes back in the house. Sincere, like I predicted, came back single. Sincere is a literal habitual liar. He does stuff just because he can. Like, you know that one of them little kids where you tell them, all right, you can have some candy. Like, just, you can only have a little, but you can have some candy. And they say, oh, I can have some candy. And then they eat all the candy. And you're like, no, I didn't tell you to eat all the candy. I just said you can have a little bit.
No, I think he's afraid to face adversity. Like, he's afraid at any situation to look like the bad guy. And he knew if he would have came back with someone, he was going to be the bad guy. He could not take the heat, even though he's overly nice and insincere, to your point, everywhere else. And that's why I'm happy that Melanie got on his behind still.
So, yeah, so he comes in and Melanie lets him have it. She doesn't like say like, oh, Sincere, I'm so happy. She goes, every single one of these men. So that means every single man that was from Casa told her he lied to you. He's been lying to you. He will continue to lie to you. Every single one of them clearly told her about the situation with Soul. They clearly told her. Because when she says, every single man in here has told me you lied to me, you've done this, you've done that. She said, and you're over there in Casa Amor, and I see you in pictures kissing some girl, biting your lip, or her biting her lip. And she said, how many? She said, I can't even keep my eye on you. She's like, when I don't have my eyes on you, you over here with another girl. And then that's when fucking Zach decides to chime in and goes, well, me and Sincere were over there and we were missing our girls. You guys can't really get on him. And they all look at Zach and said, Zach, you have no right to talk because in the challenge, you said you were having fun and you wanted a blonde. And you were like, maybe I'm attracted to blondes. And he starts laughing. And then Parmesan Permita goes, oh, well, I thought it was funny. It wasn't that serious. And the girls are like, girl, you clearly didn't hear what he said. And I was like, I'm just watching this. And I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck is happening? I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah, it got, that was something. I'm like, I understand Zach basically, like, he's a bro, but it's like, this is not the time. Like, you're the wrong person to be interjecting. Unless it was Bryce interjecting and he wasn't going to do so. Bryce was, and we're not at that part yet, but but dude, come on.
It was, and then Ariana goes, "So Sincere, do you have anything else to say?" And he goes, "Well, yeah, everything everyone said is right." Why would you say that?
That's who he is. I've been through this, maybe from from an opposite sex. You have people like they'll tell you, "Oh, you're right," and then they keep doing the same over and over and over again, and then like they don't understand. They really truly don't understand why people are pissed at them, but they'll say, "You know what? You're right. I'll do better," and then do the same thing. And that pisses you off even more because they won't be good. They won't get better.
And like he pisses me off to the highest degree because he's literally a little kid. He'll be like, "What? I didn't mean to." And Melanie, I swear, AA, as she was yelling at him, saying, "Do I have to keep my eyes on you in order for you to really treat me with respect?" I said, "Oh my God, she's literally turning into his mother."
But she had a choice to leave that situation. She didn't.
Which
there's nobody else to blame.
Literally, and I've seen a lot of people compare it to the whole Aaron and Kaylor situation. That was a completely different situation. This is not Aaron and Kaylor. Aaron didn't display his deceitful behavior until Casa. Sincere has been an asshole the entire time.
Since day one. Since day one. And it's like this is the second worst situation, not counting the one we're going to talk later.
Yeah, we're going to talk about Kuman.
Everyone has told you, your girlfriends have told you, everyone has told you this is a bad situation. But again, Sincere walks out, hair's out, looking good, pause, no homo, looking good, whatever. And she couldn't let go. It's loyalty. We talked about this, I think, yesterday or 2 days ago. Like, some of those girls on that show, they might be on the wrong game show. They might be on the wrong show. They are so loyal to a fault. You have on tape that this dude, Sincere, did not care about you at all. On tape, through postcard, through the heart rate challenge, everything.
It was literally
and you still picked them. I can't blame. And so, and you still picked them.
It's okay.
And that's the same with Anaya, which we'll get to later. It's the same thing.
We'll get to
you have the tape.
We'll get to Kuman because Kuman's an evil bitch. All right. So they sit down, and then it's Trinity and Bryce. I saw Trinity's nerves. I knew she was so nervous because she was like in her head. You could tell Bryce was in his head. And when I tell you this was the moment that I was like, "Oh, they're winning." He ran from where he was and was like, "Oh my God, I can't believe it." You just saw the fact that he was like, "I can't believe she actually didn't pick anyone." You saw it on his face that he really thought she was going to be with someone. He thought she was going to be with Corey. He was like, "Oh my God, she really chose me. She really picked me." And when they sat down, he said, "Yeah, I'm not leaving ever again." He was like, "Don't ever take me back to that place. I'm not doing that shit." And in the moment, I was like, you know what? This is what Love Island is supposed to be. It is supposed to be a Trinity and Bryce type of relationship where you do explore, where you do try, where you do put yourself out there, where you do kind of fail and stumble a little bit, but you come back together and you grow and you talk and like you're friends. Like, that's the one thing I'm so glad that they have always like said is that we were friends first.
Yes.
We built a friendship first. And in that moment, you can really see that that's truly love. That is truly love. They love each other. They are in love. That is a love connection.
I sent you this during the break. And this was when, things happened later in the episode. Mm-hmm. But even look at how Bryce looked at Trinity even here.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That man is in love.
that is straight love right there. Man, That's
I'm
a
not digging in my
special
nose. I
something.
promise. It's my piercing. I'm not digging in my nose. But
That's a special something when, like, you locked in when, when your girl's in it, and as a guy, you just sitting there. It's just like, my woman is fine as just fine.
well, he was just looking at her and he was like, you know what? I don't even care that she going off on KC.
I know he is lost, and oh my Lord, he's just locked in. That's beautiful. That's love.
He's just happy that she's there. He's just happy to be there. He don't even care. He's just happy that she's there.
That's good love. I'm happy that happened. There's no stumble, and I know they're in the record books for crying during Casa. I get it.
They're the only couple
win.
that I've ever seen that's both Casa Amor victims. They're the first Casa Amor couple victim. I've never seen that in this show's history. They're not a scammer couple, because we've had that. We've had scammer couples, but let's get to Kuman. I found out that's Casey's real name, Kuman.
Mm-hmm. You mean King Casa? Sorry, I had to one time.
So, like I mentioned earlier in the episode, Anaya's with Carl. Everybody's telling her pick Carl because everybody knows that Casey is moving like crazy in Casa. All the girls have, like, from the moment they saw him in the heart rate challenge, they knew he was moving like crazy, right? So Anaya gives this impassioned speech. She talks about how much she likes Carl and how she's so grateful for him and she's grateful for the experience. But I think her problem is that once she saw Kata and Zach and Melanie and Sincere and Bryce and Trinity, and she saw those three couples, the three other couples with her that were strong. Mm-hmm. Once she saw them recouple, she was like, "Oh, Casey's 100% coming back by himself."
Gotcha.
Because because think about this. She doesn't know the stuff he said about her before he left. She doesn't know that he's been saying crazy stuff about her in Casa. She has no clue. All she saw is the picture of him and Tic Tac kissing by the pool.
You mean TT?
Tic Tac.
I ain't gonna let you disrespect TT, okay?
She can get the hell on, all right?
TT.
When I think if one of them had recoupled, especially, I think if Melanie had recoupled, she would have recoupled with Carl. I think that would have happened if she would have recoupled with Carl if Melanie had recoupled. But because Melanie didn't recouple, because Kata didn't recouple, because Trinity didn't recouple, she was like, okay, so we just all said we were exploring, we were doing this, but two of the three that were exploring with me, they went back. So you know what? I think she just was like, I'm gonna give this the benefit of the doubt. I picked him every time. I think he's gonna pick me.
Can I ask you this real quick? Did you ever feel like those ladies truly explore? I get it, like that. The turnaround after you go through all that, like the turnaround is tough. That's part of the game, but it's tough. Do you feel like they really explored?
No, out of all three of them, Anaya was the only one to me that really explored. She was the only one that really truly was like, I like Carl. Every time she had a conversation with him, before Melanie, she was the only one that had multiple kisses with Carl. Like, she truly liked Carl. So she decides that she wants to stay single and couple up with KC. The moment I saw KC and with Tierra on his arm, I said, oh my God, why?
Here's the funny thing. So because I'm broke and I don't have Peacock Premium, they went to commercial.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I'm standing on my couch like, whoa! I'm like, oh man, it's about to be crazy. And I'm like, I gotta wait a minute. In the commercial, then we came. Oh man. And I thought of you as when that happened. And then KC walking out with TT and just the
moment,
take it from here, because I was thinking of you when this was happening.
So Kuman because that's his real name, Kuman. I'm not calling him no fucking KC. Kuman, that's your name. Kuman walks up, and you see Anaya you just see it in her face. She just goes, I'm so dumb. I'm so stupid. Because in that moment, I can see it in her face. She immediately regretted not picking Carl. She immediately was like, why would I not pick this man who wants to be with me? Then we get to Casey's explanation of why he did what he did. The explanation was such bullshit.
Was it?
It was complete bullshit. The way that he said, I gotta move for me. I poured
He does. Hold up. No. That's the whole point.
No. It wasn't even the I gotta move for me. It was I poured into you. I've done all this stuff for you. And then immediately bringing up, and then nobody stood behind my door. When he said that, I said, oh, I see what time he's on. He wanted to just be fucking chased. When I tell you, the other thing is that AA, I want you to go on Twitter, and I just want you to look at the picture. There's a picture on Twitter of the faces of every single man when he walked back in. As they are all talking, you can just see on the face of every single man as Anaya gave that passionate speech. They were like, oh, this is about to be bad. So you have Casey saying, and look at me, and nobody picked me, and nobody stood behind my door. And you have Anaya just come out, and she said, Casey, she said, yes. They all said, we didn't know you. We didn't know you like that. How the hell are you mad at us? And we didn't even know you. And he was like, but look, y'all didn't. And Anaya just goes, Casey, even after every recoupling ceremony, because they all have been on the girls' terms. The first one was the green dot. She picked him. The second one was the fire pit one. She picked him. The third one was the letters. She picked him. All 3 times she picked him. She said, Casey, I told you, even if you wanted to explore, she said, I will always be here. I was always going to pick you no matter what. She said, after every single time, I reassured you that I was going to pick you. And the one time you couldn't even pick me. And that was the moment my heart just shattered for her.
Here's the thing now. Again, the way that he moves. Here's the thing. It felt like with KC, from his point of view, while he was with Anaya, he could not move the way he wanted to move. Slutty, sure. And I'll give you that. But the person we have seen in the villa versus the person that we have seen this week, those are 2 different people.
Completely 2 different people.
Those are 2 different people. And you have to look at Anaya and say, why would you want to be with the guy that was here, what he has shown himself to be?
But this is the thing. She's only seen a small portion, a small smidget, right? She only saw the heart rate challenge. She didn't see, she hasn't heard anything. She literally has no clue about anything. And even the picture that they showed, that was such an innocent picture. I'm like, that's why I wanted them to do the videos, because if they would have did the videos, she would have chosen Carl. But that's not even the bad part. So then Trinity goes, you could tell Trinity was heated. You could tell she was looking at him like, bitch, I want to wax your ass. And she goes, I really want to say something. And you hear Kata go, girl, say it. And she asked Ariana, she said, Ariana, can I say something? Ariana goes, yeah, of course. Ariana had no clue the chaos this was about to cause. She had no clue that there was about to be a fight on her hands.
She did not know that the reference Bad Girls Club, which I used to watch a few seasons of that show, was about to go down.
So then Trinity, again, like I said, she cemented herself this episode as the number 1 girl in the villa, as the leader of the villa. She goes, Casey, before you left for Casa, you were mad that me and Bryce were voted as the favorite couple, which he was. She said, you had so much animosity towards me and Bryce that we were voted as favorite couple that you didn't understand. She said, but in the 3 days that you've been at Casa, you have just automatically just switched up, and now you're this completely different person. And you could tell he didn't expect that.
Is he a different person? I'm only asking because, like, here's the one area where I'm going to have to defend KC. Anytime he tried to explore when he was in the villa.
No, because then they mentioned that.
Autumn. You got anytime he tried to explore when he was in the villa, Anaya started crying.
Because then the girls, because he goes, well, that's not true. That's not necessarily true. Anytime I try to explore, and all the girls was like, no, you told everybody that you wanted to explore with Soul, but said that you couldn't because you didn't want to step on Sincere's toes because he explored Soul. But then you had the chance to explore what you wanted to explore, and you made Anaya feel bad that you wanted to explore.
But Anaya was also, in a way, anytime he expressed something, anything like, hey, this is Love Island, we got to see what we're doing and things like that, she broke down. And I get it. And again, Anaya is a beautiful woman, and I'm not attacking her character at all. But I'm just saying this is what KC was seeing. But he was seeing like I think KC felt like he was trapped.
No, this is the other thing that I hate that whole thing of she was crying. The first time it happened, she was crying because he was not taking her feelings seriously. When he made that joke during the Peyton challenge of, yeah, I'm feeling blessed. And she's like, what do you mean you're feeling blessed?
Yeah.
And then she found out he lied to her and didn't tell her that Soul looked like his ex-girlfriend. So in the back of her mind, absolutely, I understand that she was probably slightly insecure that he was going to drop her as a hot potato and go to Soul. But this is the other thing, is that he had every chance to. He wanted to. Even right before they went to Casa Amor, she asked him straight up. She said, were you going to pursue Soul if they kept her? He said yes. She said, okay, that's all I needed to know. No, I wanted you just to be honest with me. That's all she wanted. But in that moment,
but then he didn't give. Did he even give? I don't know. I don't know. It was just in that particular conversation, Casey didn't even really have the opportunity. Like, yeah, that's right, but I shouldn't be walking on eggshells. Like, we do have something good going here, but we're supposed to explore. I don't know. I understand KC being hated for a lot of things that he has done, but he was on eggshells when he was with Anaya.
That's not even. We'll get to that's the whole conversation. But no, we need to get to the interesting part, because this, when I tell y'all, it got crazier. So then the girls start calling him out on his bullshit, rightfully so. And he goes, wait, I don't even remember what the question was. And then TT's ass decides to pipe up and was like, he has every right to explore. And they all look at her, and Trinity just goes, girl, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to him. And every single one of the girls was like, he's a grown ass man. He can answer the question for himself. And he still wanted to talk in circles, and he still wanted to act away. And then TT kept trying to inject herself. And this is where I'm like, these Villa boys put this battery in these Casa girls back to be like disrespectful of these girls. And I'm like, what? And Trinity, girl, she better than me, because I would have socked her in the face. I would have been kicked off the island, especially when she called her a little girl. When she said, and you're a little girl. When Trinity said, bounce this bitch up out of here, I said, finally. Kata said, way to make an entrance in the villa. Why would you come? This happens every year with Casa girls, y'all. Why would you come in the villa and make an enemy of the OG girls? You have to share a literal dressing room space with them. You literally have to share a bedroom with them. You literally have to be in the same house with them. Why would you come in the way the Permita and TT came in? The way Jaden came in was perfectly fine. She was normal. The way Permita and TT came in was crazy.
But I think there was a difference between the way Permita, whatever her name is, and TT came in. The other girl, she had no idea what she was doing. I mean, she had no clue.
No.
So that's why she wasn't even seen as a threat. It's just like, you're out there talking. That's that. From TT's standpoint, I can see it though. Like, you have, I mean, she's watched the show. You have 5 of these women, the OG women, coming after the guy that she's standing by right now. And it's like, what are you doing? And yes, Casey, obviously stand up, be a man, do what you need to do. But at the same time, I applaud TT for not just standing there and just taking it. But then, I get it. You got to be friends. I understand that, but
it's not even you got to be friends. It's not even you have to be friends. You have to just give her respect. And what I've got from Permita and TT is that they gave no respect for these girls. Look, you do not have to be friends in that villa. We have learned from season 7's cast, you do not have to be friends, but you do have to give some semblance of respect because you are sharing a space and you are coming in as an outsider. But that's not even the bad part. So then KC goes, yeah, you see how she talks? I'm from South Central. He says, I lived in South Central. She from South Central. She sound like my mom, my grandma, my sister. Why would you want to date your mom, your grandma, or your sister?
Yeah,
what? That moment alone, I was like, oh my God, he is literally a child. I sat there with myself. I said, he's a child. He's a child.
Yeah, I can't defend that. No.
He's literally a child. So then,
and that's coming off of what Corbin saying the other day. Hey, the Casa girls, this is college and the villa, this is high school.
High school? What are we doing?
Nobody wants to hear that.
Then, oh my God, Carl, oh my God, Carl was, every time they panned over to him, you could tell he just wanted to cry for Anaya. When her and Casey were going back and forth, and she was like yelling at Casey, wanting him to like just understand it. He like the fact that the mic picked up, it's okay, Anaya. And like when Ariana went to him and was like, how do you feel? And the fact that he wasn't even mad. He said, Anaya is beautiful, smart, amazing, gorgeous. And I feel like we had something really special. And he just wished her all the best of luck. And I could just see in her face, she was just like, what did I do? She was like, what did I do? So then
here it is.
We'll get to that moment. That's another moment. We'll get to that moment. So then Kuman and Tierra go sit on the couch and they smirking like, oh, we just won. And Ariana had to stop it. Now, mind you, I'm not used to this version of Ariana. I'm used to the version of Ariana that will slap a bitch, okay? The fact that she was surprised, I'm like, Ariana, I literally have seen you tell your boyfriend you were going to punch him in the face. Like, this is like, it was night and day for me when it came to Ariana. But the fact that Ariana was like, hey, you guys need to be friends at the end of the day. Solve your issues, resolve it. I'll see you later. She told the guys they had been dumped from the villa. They all walked out, and you saw the girls say bye. I wish the girls had got to like hug them or something like that, because you could clearly tell that the girls enjoyed their time with the Casa boys, right? So as Ariana and the Casa boys are walking away, we see Anaya get emotional, and we see Melanie come up to her and was like, don't cry here. Do not cry here. Because you could see Melanie looking at Casey and Tierra, or Kuman and Tierra, and looking at their faces of like, yeah, we got her, babes. We got her. We're going to humiliate her. And so as Anaya gets up, she just literally cries, and you can show the picture. She goes, I should have just kept Carl. She really just said, I should have just kept Carl. I should have just chosen him. Why did I not choose him? And this is how these two dumbasses look. Stupid bitches. Oh my God.
I mean, TT though, I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold, but oh man, Eli wants to know if we're gonna take you're gonna take the second break.
No,
I think we may have.
No, absolutely not. We're not taking any breaks. I'm continuing here. I just want to let y'all know, I don't want to be right. I really don't. Okay, so let's get to the last part of the episode. So at the last part of the episode, now I knew there was going to be a vote. the Love Island on social media told everybody there was a recoupling and a vote. I did not know what the vote was going to be. Now,
Right.
I thought that the vote was going to be best couple, because if it was best couple, that would have given us like an indicator like oh, all the girls were coupled, right?
Right.
But what they did, and this is where I think we also have to have a conversation about, because this is where I knew, I was like, oh, production hates these fucking men. The vote for tonight. Did you vote, by the way?
Not yet. I was gonna
vote right now.
I know I have till 1 o'clock.
No. While we are on the air, open your phone and vote, and I'll
Okay.
explain what the vote is. So the vote is, now this has never happened. I've never seen this happen, and this is how I know the producers hate these men. The vote is very clearly simple. There were 2 Casa girls left, and there were 4 Casa boys left. The vote is, you can choose to bring a Casa girl and a Casa boy back to the villa for a second chance. And in that moment when I heard that, I said, oh, they fucking hate these men.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Because which boy to bring back is kind of obvious.
Yeah, it's
Like,
going to be
very
Carl.
obvious.
It's going to be Carl. I voted for Carl.
Let me go ahead and put that vote in right now.
Yeah, vote for Carl. So I voted for Carl. Everybody voted for Carl. I have not seen anybody vote for Ronnie or Corey. It's going to be, or Ronnie, Corey, or what's his name? What was the 4th one?
The other guy, whatever. Sean.
Yes.
Sean.
No.
Whoever it was, it doesn't matter.
No,
Carl
it
or Stevie.
Ronnie, Corey. Fuck. Ronnie, Corey, Carl. There was a 4th one.
I forgot the 4th. I already voted. At the bottom, they took the name out. So
yeah. So the vote is simple. So this is what I think is going to happen. So, by the way, there's also going to be After Sun. So on After Sun, they said all the 6 Islanders who've been dumped are going to come back. I don't think we're going to see Carl, and I don't think we're going to see Amora. I would be surprised if we saw Carl and Amora After Sun tomorrow. But
I'm interested real quick with After Sun to hear what the other guys have to say, because it was very obvious. Like, you're looking at the OG women and saying, look, you got Sincere, who is just a dog. You have KC, which, I mean, I could defend KC on certain things, but again, dog. And then, you know, even Zach, like, a dog. He was until his girl.
Hey, that's who it was.
That's right. But they're gonna speak truth tomorrow night. They're gonna be like, look, we showed these women the world. Like, we gave them an opportunity. We gave them space when they wanted the space, because they were still over the dudes that treated them bad. And then we showed them the world, and they did nothing. And like, they still picked these guys. But
I do think the Casa boys have respect for the girls. I do think that. I think the Casa boys have so much more respect for the girls than the Villa boys do.
That's very obvious. Yes.
So again, the vote is now. I chose Amora because I'm a chaos demon, and I want Amora to come back in, and I want Sincere to be faced with the fact that he fucked over another girl.
Yeah, and I was gonna pick Amora too. I just don't really Sydney.
Sydney didn't, and now I've seen some people pick Sydney because they want the chaos of Sydney, Tiara, and Casey and Anaya, and I'm like, no, that doesn't help anything. I said we need to get Amora in there because it exposes Sincere. Like, Melanie needs to see the Sincere ain't shit. Like, what's the problem?
Right, and I think KC will get into his own troubles. I don't think he needs extra help in getting into trouble. Sincere, I agree with you 100%. Sincere needs an extra foot in the behind. You want to be nice to everybody? Okay, come back in and see what happens.
So this is how I think it's going to go. So again, we're going to see everybody who was voted off or who didn't get picked tonight on After Sun tomorrow. Sunday is the aftermath of tonight's episode. Now, they've already filmed Sunday's episode. Like I said, they are literally about a day and a half in front of us. So they filmed Sunday night's episode already. Sunday night's episode is literally going to be the fallout. Usually when there is a vote, the next episode is the result of that vote, right?
Correct.
So
yes.
I've seen a couple things of how it's gonna go. So I've seen that some people think that like they're gonna get a text message, like Anaya's gonna get a text message. It's gonna be the second date of the season, and she's gonna go on a date, and she's gonna get the choice to recouple with Carl. I've seen probably the same thing with Sincere of like he's gonna get a text message. I don't think that's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
I think what's gonna probably happen is Ariana's gonna come in and she's gonna say, "Well, we got a big surprise. We got 2 new bombshells, and the 2 new bombshells are gonna be Carl and Amora." Right?
Right.
I do think so. Okay, so this is what I think. So I think Sunday night we'll get Carl and Amora back into the villa. That's clear as day what's gonna happen. Monday or Tuesday, or we're gonna get it Monday. So either Sunday night or Monday is when they're gonna be back in the villa. Because Tuesday is most likely going to be movie night. Now, movie night, if y'all don't understand what movie, now why I say movie night is going to be on Tuesday is because it is the perfect cliffhanger for Wednesday's episode. It is the perfect episode to get people talking. Again, movie night is just a compilation of clips that they put together that the boys have said, that the girls have said. The girls really haven't said much. They really haven't done much. The only girl who probably is going to get some smoke is Kenzie because of what she said about Melanie. That's about it.
Yeah, but it won't.
But it's mainly going to be the boys, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to see what KC said about Anaya. We're going to see what Corbin said about like we're gonna see all the actions of the boys.
I'm gonna be honest, Autumn. To like, I know KC is taking most of the heat and probably deserves to be.
He does.
I feel like it's just me. I feel like Corbin's worse.
No, they're all bad. Oh no, Corbin is much worse. In fact, you know what, Double A? I'm gonna actually give you a new one. Casey and Corbin are bad, but Zach is worse than all 3 of them. Zach is the one for me.
Ooh, explain yourself.
Zach, so Casey and Corbin are just immature, right? They're immature, they're misogynistic, they're two boys, right? They just want to get their dicks wet, right? Zach is an actual game player. Zach's game plan has literally been from the moment to get to the end to win the money. That is literally his game plan. He didn't explore. He immediately closed off. He only explored when producers told him to explore, and then he's been playing games literally since the second week. Anytime that you constantly bring up, well, you tell your best friend, I don't think your girlfriend likes you, to get them rattled, to get them to break up so you and your girl have a better chance. Anytime you tell the other couple who were decently fine, and literally because of him, that's also the other reason why Anaya and Casey have spiraled the way that they have.
That is true. That is true.
You're literally, anytime a much stronger couple is like up against him, he wants to derail it. So for me, it's not Casey and Corbin are just immature. They're dumb, like they're stupid. They're boys, right? Zach is an actual game player. Zach is literally, and like, remember how I told you, I said when he had that conversation with Kata about her talking to Caleb, he wasn't mad that she was talking to Caleb. He was mad that he was losing leverage and losing ground, and that she might have actually picked Caleb.
And that's true. And what's crazy, he's in a perfect spot. In this case, he's flying under the radar.
Mm-hmm.
Like he is, he's there for his boys. He's like, hey, let KC talk. And it's like, shut up. Like he's there but he's flying under the radar. Like keep your attention on KC, keep your attention on Sincere and Melanie. Meanwhile, Zach's over here causing destruction on his own.
Zach is literally the cause of all the drama. Literally. If you outside of Sincere and Melanie, Zach is literally the cause of all the drama in the house.
And he almost broke up Trinity and Bryce. He
got under the skin of Anaya KC. He's the one who pied Soul and made her cry, which in turn caused her to spiral. This whole Kata spiraling is because of him. Like he is the common denominator of so much. But okay, so this is what I think is going to happen tomorrow after Sunday, the aftermath of today's episode and what happens, and we might get Carl and Amora to come back. I think most likely we're probably going to get them on Monday's episode because we need a filler episode. Tuesday, 100%, going to be movie night. That is 100% going to happen because you need.
I get my very first movie because again, remember I jumped in for season 7.
Mm-hmm.
So I get my very first movie night. I am very excited,
y'all. Movie night gets crazy, and this movie night is going to be nuts. Now you get movie night on Tuesday, Wednesday, nothing. Thursday is going to be a dumping. It's not going to be a recoupling. It's going to be a dumping because I want y'all to also. We're about to enter the 4th week.
Mm-hmm.
They have 2 weeks left.
Yeah, we're in the playoffs now.
So we're past the playoffs. We're in the quarterfinals. Last Casa Amor is the entry. We're in the quarterfinals. We're about to this. So we're gonna probably have our first dumping / recoupling because no, it's not gonna be a dumping. It's gonna be a recoupling because you're going to have 2 extra islanders. So you have Anaya being the only single one. And then you have you're gonna have Amora and Carl come in, right? Mm-hmm. So you'll have one boy have to choose from 2 girls, and then you'll have Anaya have to choose on if she wants to couple up with Carl, which I think she will because
she has to. She doesn't have a choice.
She has no choice, and I think she likes him, and I think she just feels bad that she didn't give him the proper chance, right? So when you do a recoupling, though, somebody has to get dumped.
Mm-hmm.
So after the recoupling, we'll have the aftermath of recoupling. And then Sunday, so not this Sunday, but the next Sunday after that is probably when we'll get the big dumping. As in, like, that's when we get the bulk of the dumping done. So you have to have 2 bulk dumpings. So you have to have one bulk dumping the week before finals and then the one before finals, right? And then you'll have the finals. There's 3 dumpings that's going to happen. This is how it's going to go. This is how the rest of everybody's going to go. I promise you, this is how it's. Casey, gone. He's going to be first one gone. 100%. 100%.
He is public enemy number 1.
He's
Get his ass out
immediately. He's gone. He's gone. Casey gone. Tierra next. Corbin after that.
I'm going to fight to keep Tierra in the game. I'm just going to let you know. I'm going to fight to keep her in the game.
Who's she going to be with? Don't nobody fucking like her.
My votes. That's what she'll be with.
She ain't going to be in the game.
Okay.
It's no longer individual people. They're no longer being involved as individuals. It's all couples. So you're going to have Casey and Tierra. You're going to have Corbin and Permita. That's for sure 100%. Then you're probably going to have honestly, Caleb skated by. Nobody really cares. He probably is going to make finals. Honestly, most likely.
Yeah, I can see that.
Then you'll have the next dumping will probably be Jen and Gall, and then Melanie and Sincere. As much as I love Melanie, nobody wants to keep seeing her and Sincere on the screen.
No, and it's going to get to a point too where it's like if you keep voting to have dysfunction happen within you got to go.
Yeah. So
my fear, even with Anaya, is like even with this news breaking, like what tells me that she is going to pursue Carl again? Like why do I have a feeling that even after all of this, come Sunday night, we're gonna watch. You know what? I'm gonna give KC one more chance, even with Tierra there.
I'm gonna say this. When I say them bringing Carl back is going to be essential because it's going to be like, okay, the producers want me to be with him. This is my second chance. Number 1, I didn't give him a fair shake. I was too caught up in KC. Movie night, like I said, is so essential to what is happening because she will finally see what he is saying about her. Again, she is going off of the fact of him just being a whore at this moment. She's just like, oh, he's just being a whore. He resents me for not picking him on day 1. She has no clue that he has this whole built-up resentment to him over everything. Not just like she had no clue. So come movie night, they're going to I think they also use like clever names too. So you don't know what the clip is. So like, for example, they're gonna have a clip called like Gossip Girls, and it's gonna be Trinity and Bryce talking shit about everybody.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so they're going to have a series of clips with Casey and Corbin talking about Anaya.
Yeah,
They're
they won't
going
look
to
like
have-
LeBron and Kyrie then.
They're going to have a series of clips of Anaya and of Casey talking about Anaya in a derogatory way. Also, you forget the boys in the villa outside of Corbin like Anaya. So Casey and Bryce are going to tell her what he said.
Oh yeah. That's gonna happen.
I meant Sincere and Bryce, not Casey. Fuck Casey. I meant Sincere. All right.
Oh, that's definitely gonna happen. Autumn, can I keep you for one segment for my show?
Of course.
Because we have reaction. We'll share it on the other side of the break from a football team that has watched Love Island. They are up to speed. They know what's going on. They're up to speed. They know what's going on. So I have to get your reaction to what they said. But let's break, and then we'll play that for you and play it for our audience.
Yes. Oh, by the way, thank you guys for joining the Daily Spiral.
Did you get all the paint? Did you get it all out of your system?
I'm probably gonna make 3 more TikTok videos. So also share my videos on TikTok. Follow me at Autumn Chisholm, like it says on the screen. I'm gonna spiral a little bit more over the weekend because I'm gonna keep thinking about this because I'm gonna keep thinking about the disrespect. But
you were spiraling during the commercial break we took earlier in the hour.
What did I miss? Did Casey do all right tonight?
I'm gonna punch him through the screen. I'm gonna hit him through the screen. Double A. I'm gonna hit him through the screen.
Autumn, this is the moneymaker. Careful. All right. This is the
I'm gonna ruin the moneymaker.
Careful.
My man just literally came up here. It's like the Casey do well tonight.
No, Kuman didn't do well tonight. Kuman is a devil.
What about Sincere?
That insincere bitch. I'm sorry.
Oh, Eli.
Yeah.
Eli.
Yeah.
Let's break.
Yes.
Oh, she gonna love this. I don't think she's seen this clip. She gonna love this clip when we play when we come back. The Rutgers football team.
Oh yeah.
They are locked in on Love Island.
They're not the only ones that are locked in. The Dallas Cowboys are also locked in. There's somebody on the Los Angeles Chargers. There's a bunch of people locked in. But yeah,
Autumn, you might not like what Rutgers has to say.
Oh, I'll talk about it. I saw what Double A put in his rundown. We'll talk about it. But also, yeah, thank you guys for watching the Daily Spiral. Thank you for watching all week. We had a very consistent viewership all week, and I love every single one of you. And I think also you're all doom scrolling on Twitter right now, and I am you and you are me. So thank you for watching. I love it.
We'll be back. We got more. We're going to hear from the men that some of them are speaking up for KC.
Key On Sports is the leader in Ohio high school athletic coverage in written, print, and video streaming. From the latest news and results and written content to the high school football game of the week every Friday, Key On Sports has you covered. The vision of 15-time published author Vince McKee has become the most trusted site in Ohio high school athletic news. From podcasts to player profiles, Key On Sports is your one-stop for all of it. Visit them today at keyonsports.com or on YouTube at Key On Sports. Check out their socials on Twitter and Facebook as well.
Clean energy, bold flavors, and no jitters. See why people won't shut up about Dubby. Clean energy, no jitters or crash. Whether you're starting your workday or getting ready to exercise, Dubby Energy helps you lock in and focus. With over 15 flavors to choose from, you can't miss. Order Dubby Energy right now by using the QR code on your screen and use the promo code InsideEdge10 to receive 10% off your order. Dubby Energy, your energy-focused sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Discover our collection of body mists made with clean, minimal ingredients. Handcrafted with natural essential oils and clean ingredients, they offer a natural alternative to synthetic fragrances. Perfect for sensitive skin and those seeking clean, mindful self-care, and the perfect gift for you or your special someone. Courtesy of Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers, use that promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Whether searching for a baseball autographed by your favorite World Series slugger, a signed football by an iconic Hall of Famer, or the jersey of a world-famous soccer star, you've come to the right place. Here at sportsmemorabilia.com, the web's leading source of authentic sports memorabilia, you'll find more than 500,000 authentic products from nearly every professional sports league, team, and players. Not only will you find your next prized sports possession with ease thanks to superb customer service and tremendous site experience, you'll have the satisfaction and peace of mind that every product listed comes complete with a certificate of authenticity and is fully backed by the sportsmemorabilia.com lifetime authenticity guarantee. Go to sportsmemorabilia.com by using the QR code on your screen right now. Sportsmemorabilia.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network, Cleveland's digital leader. Find us on InsideEdgeNetwork.com for the latest information on your favorite shows, personalities, and network partners. Plus, guess what? We have a merch shop. That's right, we have network polos, t-shirts, champion jackets, hats, and bottles. Rep the network. Every purchase supports independent sports and entertainment media. Use the QR code on your screen right now to check out InsideEdgeNetwork.com. That's InsideEdgeNetwork.com.
This is Midnight Run on the Inside Edge Network. Here's your host, Anthony Alford.
And hello, everybody. Welcome to Midnight Run here on the Inside Edge Network. Double A here with you on this Friday. It is 12/12 here on this June 27th. Glad to have you with us. Again, remember to like and subscribe at Inside Edge Net across all of our social media platforms, including Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. If you're watching us on YouTube, there's a notification bell right below the video. Click on that so you can subscribe to all of our stuff. We also have a Roku app. Type in Inside Edge Network on Roku. That is all there. Anytime we're on the air, whether it's live or do our replays, we're there streaming on Roku. And also InsideEdgeNetwork.com. That's where you could check us out. We thank you for joining us here on the Inside Edge Network, here with you until 1. This has been a crazy day, crazy week. So crazy that I said, Autumn, don't leave yet. So Autumn is still with me because we have something that I have to show her. And we're not going to wait. Autumn, why are you looking like that?
Because y'all, Double A about to bullshit me right now. He about to make me madder than I already am. And I'm waiting for it. Just play the video. Play the video. Play the video.
Eli, let's just play the video.
I really rock with your vibe, though. You know, let me get a kiss. Corbin, he's AI, too. In my opinion, I just don't like Kenzie just because how she was moving like the last 3 episodes. So any couple she's in is the worst couple, in my opinion.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't even know, bro.
Who your least favorite couple then?
Least favorite couple? Probably like Casey and Anaya, bro.
You don't like KC?
No, Casey cool. But Anaya be tripping, gang.
Casey, you a dog, Casey. Casey. Yo, Casey, keep hooping, boy.
Zach, I like Zach to win. Oh, Sincere, that's my boy. That's my boy, Sincere.
KC and Sincere, that's who we got.
I'm not going to go KC. I'm not going to go Sincere. I know there's some rumors going about. I'm going to go Bryce. No, I'm going to go what? Caleb. Female-wise, I'm straight Anaya. I think she going to come out on top.
Give me Bryce and Trinity. They're strong. Corbin and Parmita.
Yo, everybody, stop hating on Casey. He just playing the game now. Anaya was holding him back. Anaya, you got to go. I ain't going to lie.
I think Bryce and Trinity locked in. Trinity, not last night's episode, but the episode before, she was going crazy. But, I think she's going to be like, nah, I miss Bryce. I think they're going to end up winning because everybody else is crazy. I hate everybody else. And who I hate the most, Kenzie. She's crazy. I don't think she's real. Same with Corbin. He's AI, too.
I'm not even gonna lie. That last statement was really funny.
It was. It
was really funny.
It was. That was good. That was good. I know what you want to react to out of that whole video, though.
Okay. You can give me the floor.
I gotta get a bottle of water. You go ahead.
Look, I know what the commentary is. By the way, this is my first appearance. No, this is actually my second appearance on Midnight Run. I forgot we already talked about Meg Thee Stallion and Klay Thompson, and we got so much hate. I've never had that many comments just give me that much hate before in my life. But not even Myles Garrett and Mason Rudolph. I got a ton of hate for that, by the way. But of course, a bunch of 21-year-olds think KC is the man. Like they're 21 to AA. They're 21-year-old football players. I'm gonna just say this: they're not the sharpest tools in the shed. And I bet you I know what positions they play. They all probably play defense. They probably all are DBs. There's some version of a defensive back. I know. Okay. They are not the sharpest tools.
Hold up. I'm not going to allow you to zero in on 21-year-old defensive backs.
AA. Every defensive back that I have ever known is not the sharpest tool in the shed. I'm going to just say that, okay?
Hold on.
Eli Moon, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. Hold the applause. Thank you. I'll be here all night.
The applause is held.
Wow. Wow. Okay. You know what, Autumn? You're not you when you're hungry. So maybe you need, you know.
I don't need a Snickers. I'm fine.
Eli, this is not a good night to do that, man. This is not a good night. You're going to get flamed if you do that.
I'm just trying to figure out the defensive backs comment. Have
you never seen any sort of video of interview with any sort of defensive back? They are the dumbest people in the room.
Now,
I'm sorry. They really are.
Are we limiting this to just college defensive backs?
No, this is NFL too.
Are we talking high school cornerbacks?
Yes. Have you talked to a high schooler lately? I'm gonna just say I work with teenagers.
No, please say no. No.
I have not.
Your answer is no.
I work with teenagers specifically.
That's different.
Okay.
Yeah.
They are not the sharpest.
We need to make this clear. Eli and I have not talked.
I have a job where I work. I have a job where I work with teenagers. I love them. They're my children. I've seen almost all of them grow from kids in elementary school now to going to high school. Okay. They are not the sharpest tools in the shed, especially the ones that play football, and most of them play defense. I'm going to just say that, all right?
I know we're friends, and I don't question our friendship, but I was a defensive back in high school, and I'm a pretty smart guy. I didn't go to college. I went to broadcasting school.
Went to the Ohio Media School.
That's right, where broadcasting careers begin. But here I am right now. And I just want you to know, not all defensive backs at one time were bad. I was, too, a defensive back. My hips weren't as fast, so I couldn't play at the college level, but we're not all so bad.
I do have a question for you, Autumn. And this is in the rundown. Do you think that, because I was thinking about this, so like the men watching Love Island.
I saw this. Yes, I know what you're talking about. Look, I don't have a problem with men watching Love Island. I actually like it. I think that it is fun for people who don't necessarily usually watch reality TV. Like reality TV is almost always skewed towards women and queer people. Hold on, I dropped something. That is what reality TV is usually skewed toward. I like it when straight men actually dive deep because they usually end up taking it a lot more seriously than you think, right? But with Love Island is one of those shows that there is a certain subsection of straight men that do take it way too seriously.
Yeah.
Would you include Tyrese Halliburton in that category?
Yes, I would. Absolutely.
Tyrese Halliburton, you see what he tweeted out?
Are you going to show me the tweet?
Give me a sec.
While AA is looking here, we just want to remind you, if you are a business looking out there and you're trying to get your marketing out there, maybe not Tyrese Halliburton, but go ahead and check out the InsideEdgeNetwork.com and reach out to AA or myself. We'd love to have you aboard. AA, what the hell?
It's hard to see, but it says you can pipe down, TT.
I'm TT. Look, okay, like I said, I don't mind that. Look, I'm gonna just say this. I don't mind that there are straight people getting involved. I mean, I'm straight, but I'm also a girl. Well, I'm a woman. Excuse me. I'm not a girl. I'm a woman.
That's right, Autumn. That's right.
That's
exactly.
Right. You're not a college girl, okay?
No. No, I haven't been in college in almost 10 years, okay? Which is crazy to say. But No, I look. There are some straight men that have been watching Love Island since day one, since the show was on CBS, right? And those are the men that honestly clocked Kuman right away. I saw one creator. He was like, "Look, I already know KC's scamming." He said he giving me vibes of Caleb, Timmy, all of that. I know it. Ends up turning out to be correct, right? But there is a subsection, like a couple of them DBs in that video, where they was like, KC, he balling. And it's like, no, he's actually not. He's disrespecting women on a higher level. He is incredibly disrespectful. But I don't mind it. I just think you can't be a red pill incel about it, okay? You can't use all that red pill language and all that stuff. I'm like, you got to be chill. You got to be cool. Like, it's fine. Look, I too don't like Kenzie. I don't like Kenzie for my own reasons, though. But they're just saying I don't like Kenzie because she's annoying. That's not a reason.
And again, I will admit though, when Corbin's like last week, hey, I'm locking in on Kenzie, F America, we're gonna break the rules, and then
it was like America can't
3
break
hours
of
leaving, doesn't even remember. I don't know. I gotta have you react to one more thing.
Okay. Remember when we did that watch along on night one and I said he keep making that stupid ass face?
This is his face.
Stupid ass face again. And I told y'all.
Oh.
I told y'all on night one. If any of you watching saw our first night Love Island recap, I told y'all KC should not be trusted. He gonna make that stupid ass face. Put the picture back up.
Oh no.
Go ahead, Eli.
Put the picture back up.
Yeah, this one.
He makes this stupid ass face every time he in trouble. He like a little kid. Every time.
That's his demon face.
That's his I'm a demon, but he looks stupid. He looks so dumb. And
But-
she looked dumb for standing there with him.
But the comment at the top, Casey looking at Tiara while she gathered every girl in that fire pit.
She ain't gather nobody. Them girls jumped down her throat.
Hey,
she
she
ain't gather
was
nobody.
at work. She was defending her man.
She defended a man who literally said, "You remind me of my mom, my sister, and my grandma." That is the weird.
Wasn't Casey upset that Anaya was going to sleep like her grandma? Never mind.
When I tell you the things that he said just don't make sense to me. He literally called her grandma because she didn't want to kiss him at night. And he got mad. People are forgetting he got mad that she was making out with Carl. He was like, she never did that with me. It took her forever to make out with me. I'm sorry. Maybe she didn't feel comfortable with you. Maybe she didn't. Her body was literally telling her, don't do it with him.
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
All right. I just want to raise my hand. I was a little nervous.
Mhm.
Double A, can you bring that back for me real quick? Because I need that image one more time, bud. Bring that back. Autumn, there's no easy way for me to say this.
If you defend KC right now, Eli, I'm going to hit you.
And I took the hour off.
I'm going to hit you.
I had some things to take care of. Papa Moon made some incredible tacos tonight. I'm just going to bring this here. No easy way for me to say this. That's the face of a winner right there.
Oh my God.
That's the face of a guy going to the finale.
Eli.
He's playing the game. And
Eli.
he's succeeding.
Eli.
I don't know what else you want me to tell you.
Eli.
You see that look? He already has seen the finale. He knows he's winning this money.
Did he do time travel? He was like,
Bring back the Autumn.
he did his own time travel. What if KC actually made it to the final?
He's never making it to the final. He's not making it out of next week.
Autumn, do you need, I know I sent a few like pictures of like, headshots of me like that you put in the intro, like maybe like, me smiling in one, maybe I have some sunglasses in one. Now if Casey and Sincere both make it, can we put Double A's face in there
They're
too?
not making anything. How many times I gotta tell y'all? Tonight's episode alone solidified that KC ain't making shit. KC is the next one out. Those girls hate him. They're, oh my God.
I keep looking at him on the side of the screen.
Autumn, look, I want to break something down here for you, okay? do you see like the look? This is a man that knows he has cracked the entire island.
I'm gonna just
figuratively and literally, probably. He has cracked the entire island. He is ready to win. And now it's about winning.
All 96 people, I want y'all to understand. I want y'all to understand something. Eli is such a troll right now. He is trolling to the highest degree. There is no way that you can watch the show and think Sincere or Casey are anywhere near close to touching that money. Sincere alone.
Autumn, do you not feel bad for what Casey said tonight, though? It all started from this. This is where it started. He's back to finish the story. This is where it started.
Look at everybody's face.
Adrenaline in his soul. Taking home hella dough.
It makes it worse. No, play it again.
We got you. Don't you worry. We'll run it back.
Just look first. Zach has no reaction. Start off with that. Zach, no reaction whatsoever. Trinity makes it worse. Sincere makes it worse. Beatrice makes it worse. And Ariana's face is what puts it over the top.
Ariana's fantastic.
I ain't gonna lie. That's the face I make when I realize there's like ice cream sandwiches in the freezer. I get so hyped.
Yeah, Ariana just kind of looked up like, yikes, like, ooh, like.
There should be consideration that, that's in his head. Like, he didn't just forget that.
Yeah,
that's the whole premise of his story.
This is the other thing, though, is y'all forget that Anaya also wasn't chosen. Anaya stood behind Sincere's door, and Sincere chose Melanie. That's how we were.
We're not talking about.
No, because it goes both ways. No, it goes both ways.
Autumn, I want to be clear.
Bring up this door shit every single time. I'm gonna bring up the fact that Anaya stood behind Sincere's door, and Sincere chose Melanie. So that's how they.
Eli, do we have video of that?
Let me. No, I don't.
I don't think we have video of that.
No, but we do have video of this, Double A.
This is what I know.
And look, let me walk you through this, Autumn. That's where the villain arc started, right there.
Clearly, he's mentioned it 20 times.
I just want to, here's the thing, and I know I took the time off tonight, and I appreciate that we were able to explain this a little bit now, and you can hear, a different perspective, because sometimes when you're heated, you don't necessarily hear all the facts or how the game's played right. I understand that. With that being said, I'm not saying Casey's right. I'm not saying Sincere's right.
Don't call him KC. His name is Kuman. Call him Kuman, okay?
You sound like a cheater. You can't call him.
He's a black Muslim. Of course he's a cheater.
I can't. Oh, shit.
I'm sorry, Eli. That's a deep-rooted Hebrew Israelites Nation of Islam thing. Is that
the gluttony you talk about? Is that the gluttony?
No, that's double A. That's double A. Bacon wrapped honey buns.
We're both gluttonous then, I suppose, because I smashed that.
Hey, I'm gonna work out tomorrow morning.
First of all, look, no. The fact that I brought it, I'm gonna bring this up. Okay. First of all, the fact that he even likes black women as a man of the Nation of Islam is crazy. That's first of all, because everybody knows that men who are involved in the Nation of Islam only strictly like white women. That is something that is very well known. That's surprising. Number two, him being this much of a whore is so surprising.
True.
His upbringing and all of that stuff. They will not allow him to be a whore.
We got to go to break here in a minute. I guess my final question to you. I'm just confused. And I've got my notes. Hold on. Give me a second here. Let me pull my notes. Hold on. Section B.
Don't you dare troll me right now, because I'm not in the mood.
No, that's not it. Hold on. Other notebook. All right, this notebook. Okay, there it is. Okay. So, if I recall correctly, in the preview, when we had a conversation, you had said that it's not necessarily about finding love in this show. It's about playing the game correctly and winning the money. And we take emotion out of it, because I understand we live in a world where emotions carry. And you're first off, your emotions are valid. Your feelings valid. But
every time I've heard that comes on the tail end of a man telling me some shit I don't want to hear. So continue.
They're just playing the game. They're channeling their inner Triple H right now. They're playing the game and they're trying to get to the money. And at this point, the island is so wrecked, it looks like a disaster that I think he can make his way through.
No.
Because there's enough heat on enough of the dudes that he's not the only one in trouble. They all came back with their tails tucked between their legs. I mean, that it's not. I mean, Autumn.
Eli, I'm gonna just say this. The only two that are really in trouble are Corbin and Kuman. Those are the only two. They didn't give a shit about Zach. They jumped on Zach because Zach tried to interject himself. They didn't give a shit about.
Which was a mistake.
Hold on.
Those
Let
are
me
mistakes that
hold
happen.
on. I gotta let me think about this. KC and Corbin, are they enough of a force? Can they pull an ultimate LeBron and Kyrie and fight the good fight?
No.
Put up 41 and 41.
That's right.
In game 5.
That's right.
Because they gonna need to on Sunday.
Autumn, I guess my big thing here too that I'm struggling with is, I mean, you just look at the whole landscape of the island and you see where we're focusing on. And that's exactly what the producers want us to do. They want us to feel that KC is under a lot of hot water. I'm here to tell you, and this isn't a spoiler or anything like that, it is simply a prediction right now, but I'm here to tell you that KC is going to be in the finale. Sincere will probably be, maybe he may not make the finale. He'll be right there, though, very close. Like a James Harden-esque effort in 2018. He'll be very, very close. But he won't get there. But Autumn, I appreciate all of your knowledge. I've learned so much from you. I think this time you take something from Eli Moon here, and you understand that Casey's going to the finale. And that's just
Kuman ain't seeing shit. Kuman is going home. The first chance them girls get to dump his ass, he is going home.
You're telling me a guy with this face is going home before the finale.
Hold up. See, that's, and I know we got a break. That guy, this video is forever hilarious. That guy could not win this show. That guy could not win this show.
True.
The guy I saw tonight could go on a demon run and win this show.
I'm gonna just tell y'all right now. This is the thing about Love Island, and this is gonna be my last point, and then I'm gonna let Double A have his crack show back. The thing about Love Island, you have to still be there are plenty of people that like villains on Love Island. Okay, people loved Rob. Rob was a ultimate villain. People loved him.
Yeah.
People loved Huda. She was literally a psychopath. Right?
I love Huda. I'm not gonna hold you. I love. She was nuts.
Yeah, look at that. People like a villain. Right. KC is one of the first people I've ever seen across the board. No matter what, nobody likes him. Corbin, the moment he stepped in the villa and talked and opened his mouth, nobody liked him. You cannot. And look, the show is a game, right? You do have to play the game, but it's supposed to be in a way of you don't realize you're playing the game.
Right.
Which is why Trinity and Bryce are going to win, because they're playing the game, but nobody realizes that they're playing the game. KC and Corbin are not playing the game. They're just being mean. And the audience has to still like you. That's why I used Huda and Rob. There was a subsection of the audience that still liked them, which got them both as far as they did. The audience doesn't like Corbin or KC. That's the problem.
How mad? We got to go to break. How mad would you be if I voted for KC?
I would never talk to you again. I'm dead serious. I would never talk to you again. That's how deeply I feel about it. I would never talk to you again. I would honestly look at you sideways every single time. I'd be like,
but it's not. And again, it's not because he's right with what he's doing. But America loves toxicity, and to keep the viewers up and viewership, it may be best to keep them in.
But I think this one could be a little bit. All right, we gotta go. Or Autumn, you have to go.
Yes, I do. Because I also have to be up in 6 hours for work. So
you're not even gonna sleep. You're not even gonna sleep.
I'm not gonna sleep. I'm literally gonna be on Twitter and TikTok the entire time watching everybody's recap videos. But I just want to say again, thank you to everybody who has watched from Monday, from me and Double A doing the watch along, to today, me spiraling out of control, to me appearing on the Midnight Run. Thank you guys for watching me. I'm signing off. Double A, I do think we should do another watch along, because It is fun. It is very
I want
fun.
to join.
Oh, we will. We'll work out the schedule. For sure, we'll do the finale.
Oh,
and maybe one other before the finale, and
I'll
then the
be there
reunion.
I'll be there for the finale. I will.
Because
y'all, the reunion this season is going to hit like crazy. The reunion this season is going to be absolutely insane, and I'm excited.
Soul's coming after people.
Soul is still talking, and I don't understand why she's talking. She was in there for 2.2 seconds. She's one of the worst bombshells I've ever seen. She needs to stop talking.
But we'll be here for you when the finale, and then the reunion, and then maybe something else. We'll have it. We'll have it for you. Autumn, you had a great week. Let's do it again next week.
Yes, let's do it again next week, except for Friday because it's 4th of July weekend. So.
Oh yeah, next Friday we're
Thursday.
off.
Yes,
yeah,
Monday through Thursday.
Next Friday. There's a program announcement. Next Friday, the night shows are off. We're gonna enjoy the holiday.
When were you gonna tell me that?
Next Friday.
Sick. Autumn, great work. I won't vote for Casey. I will just elect to not vote.
Thank you. Of course. Yes, I will
right.
see you guys on Monday. Peace out.
All right, see ya, Eli.
That made me
I'll give
nervous.
you the floor.
I got
in terms of what do we want to talk about next here?
Well, let's see. Let's flip a quarter.
So
Heads.
we could go super. We could go super serious. I saw Kyle Cordell's quarterback list.
Yeah, I got that on standby.
And I saw who he had as the second best quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah,
we could do that.
Mm-hmm.
We could do GTA 6.
Yeah.
You're going to have to educate me on video games these days of no physical copies.
I guess we'll learn that together. All right.
Or a special midnight run edition of the World Cup Minute.
Okay, so I only have this to flip, and it's only heads or tails. So here we go. Heads. Here it is. Heads. We're going to do the two. We're gonna say, I think we're going to save the World Cup Minute for right now. We're going to do heads right here to Las Vegas.
Heads will be the unfiltered QB list from Kyle, and then tails will be GTA 6.
And shout out Omar who got me this sick coin from Las
That
Vegas.
can you point? Oh, never mind. Here's the coin. There's the flip.
Oh.
Show that to the camera.
It's heads.
That's heads?
It's heads.
Heads. Kyle, he's going to have to explain himself about Joe Burrow being number 2, the second best quarterback in the league in 2026. We'll talk about that next on Midnight Run here on the Inside Edge Network.
Fanatics isn't just our name, it's who we are. Loyal, passionate fans dedicated to our favorite teams and to the sports we love. That's why we're honored to be able to offer fans the world's largest collection of official sports apparel and sports jerseys from all leagues, teams, and players you love. We feature a wide selection of gear from every league, including the NFL, MLB, NBA, NHL, and NCAA merchandise, which allows us to serve fans of football, baseball, hockey, basketball, lacrosse, soccer, golf, and, well, everything else that gets your heart pumping. Go to fanatics.com by using the QR code on your screen right now to celebrate your teams. That's fanatics.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader.
Small business owners are superheroes, but nowadays running your business means doing so inside your shop and on social media. That's why you should make Omega Video Marketing your sidekick.
With a decade of content creation experience, I create dynamic, informative, and fun videos for your specific social needs that will increase brand awareness, get you more followers, and keep your social pages and websites current and fresh.
I offer flexible pricing and turn times and will work with you to understand your brand and your story. All of that comes from the heart. My award-winning expertise is just the cherry on top. So let's get connected. After all, your brand is the alpha and my expertise is the omega.
Discover our collection of handcrafted candles. That's right, every product is thoughtfully created in small batches free from harmful toxins for mindful everyday indulgence. Our candles are hand-poured in coconut soy wax with natural wood wicks, offering a long-lasting burn and rich fragrances. Create a cozy, safe ambiance for your home with candles from Alley Rose Fragrances. First-time customers use the promo code InsideEdge20 to receive 20% off your order. AlleyRoseFragrances.com, proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Podcast Network. Mosser Moments Photography is a husband and wife wedding photography team based in Cleveland, owned and operated by Inside Edge Network's very own Ryan Mosser and his wife, Hallie. For the past 10 years, they've captured more than 100 weddings across Northeast Ohio and beyond, always working together as a true two-person team. Their style centers on authentic, emotional storytelling, documenting the real moments between two people in love and creating images that feel natural, comfortable, and true to the couple. Rooted in Northern Ohio but inspired by their travels, Ryan and Hallie bring a warm, personal approach to every wedding day. Their work blends experience, consistency, and a genuine passion for helping couples relive their best day through timeless photography. Learn more at MosserMomentsPhotography.com by using the QR code on your screen right now. MosserMomentsPhotography.com, a proud sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader.
This is Midnight Run on the Inside Edge Network. Here's your host, Anthony Alford.
I want to thank Autumn Chisholm for joining me here on Midnight Run. That was craziness. And man, that show is fantastic. And I understand you don't like it, but it's June 27th. There's nothing. There are things on. You got the World Cup. Again, Omar's been on top of that. We will in some way be on top of it too, coming up at the end of the show with the World Cup with Team USA. But man, we're waiting on training camp, which is funny because again, a month from tomorrow, the veterans for the Cleveland Browns will report to camp July 28th. But we got you covered right here on Midnight Run. Earlier today, our 5 o'clock show, Unfiltered with Kyle Cornell. He does a great job. Local community news talks, sports, everything going on there. He revealed his top 10 QB list of 2026. Eli, do we have that graphic? There it is. First off, you get to see Kyle's beautiful face there. So there is... I don't know how long I can have this graphic up. there. All right. All I see is his face, man. I'm just looking at it. I'm like, dude, go. All right, I'm going to look to the side here. So it's this top 5 list or top 10 list going into 2026. One thing that we are going to spend a little bit more time on next week, the quarterback who just won the Super Bowl is ranked number 10 on this list, Sam Darnold. We'll talk more about that next week because even coming out of the Super Bowl, nobody was really giving him the respect that he deserves as the Super Bowl champion. We'll talk about that another time. But for our audio listeners, number 1, Josh Allen. Number 2, Joe Burrow. Number 3, Matthew Stafford. Then Patrick Mahomes. Drake May, Jalen Hurts, Jared Goff, Dak Prescott, Lamar Jackson, and then Sam Darnold rounds out the top 10. There is one name that is ranked way too high on this list, and I mean way too high, and that's number 2. That's Joe Burrow. Here's a guy, and I understand talent-wise, it's obviously all there. He is so beat up, man. And it's the Bengals' fault. Quarterbacks can't line up on the offensive line themselves. When you're getting beat up so much, I can't have somebody in my top 5 who I can't trust to make it through a season. Can Joe Burrow make it through an NFL season without getting hurt? Again, the Bengals refuse to put resources around him to protect him. He's getting banged up every single season. And over time, you're going to slow down. Over time. And I think that's what, Joe Burrow, that's something, that's a concern. And it's like, when is he going to get back to that Super Bowl appearance level that he was at? I don't know. I don't know. Yes, he has the weapons on the skill position areas, obviously the receivers, Jamar Chase, of course, but can he stay healthy? I don't see it. Let's put the graphic up one more time because I just want to look at the other quarterbacks in terms strictly of health. Josh Allen, you could debate one and, the top 5 or whatever, but I have no argument with Josh Allen being at the top of this list. You want to talk about an all-around phenomenal ball player, phenomenal quarterback, Josh Allen, obvious. It's obvious. The only thing missing from Josh Allen is a Super Bowl. That's it. That's it. But Josh Allen, if his career ended without a Super Bowl title, he would surpass Dan Marino as probably the most successful, most accomplished, and most talented NFL quarterback to never win a Super Bowl. Hopefully that's not the case for Josh Allen because that's really the next step for him in the Buffalo Bills. Matthew Stafford. Now, let's look at this here because I haven't really broken down this list thoroughly. Maybe we'll break this list down a little bit more on Monday or even the main event on Sunday. Myself, Eli, and Robert Zick. This is a good list. This content. Thank you, Kyle, for the content. We appreciate it. Matthew Stafford being at 3 tells you a little bit more about the young core QBs, are they ready to ascend? Drake May's at 5. But did his Super Bowl performance drop him to 5, or did he get elevated to 5? That's something I would ask Kyle next time I see him about this list. I'm curious about that. Jalen Hurts at 6. There's going to be some people who won't like that. But I believe Kyle made a point that him losing A.J. Brown is not going to hurt. That I agree with. I don't think it's going to hurt. I think, honestly, it might actually help him. I know it's kind of counterproductive. When you lose talent, you don't suddenly become better. But I think it's going to open things up for Jalen Hurts to spread the ball around a little bit more. He does have to worry about A.J. Brown coming to him saying, I need targets. By the way, I think A.J. Brown in the New England Patriots, I think that's going to be a disaster. But you do have that. Speaking of that, Drake May, that's the new target there. Dak Prescott at 8. He has the talent and things like that, but numbers-wise, I agree with Dak Prescott being in the top 10, but can he produce in the playoffs? That's a problem. We'll have to see. Now, Eli texted me personally, and I'm going to ask him to come on the screen to defend himself. He said to me personally that Baker Mayfield should be on this list. Eli, explain yourself, buddy.
Yeah, absolutely. When you review, and the guy I would swap him out for is Dak Prescott. It doesn't necessarily mean he would be at 8. Maybe the list gets revised a little bit. Obviously Sam Darnold at 10. Let me pull it back up here just to double check here for number 9, Lamar Jackson. So, you would probably move those guys up. Baker Mayfield gets a lot of hate in the NFL for, I don't understand. I mean, I know he's a polarizing player. He's won not only a playoff game here in Cleveland, and was a helmet-to-helmet hit in a Chad Henne third down conversion away from taking the Browns to an AFC Championship game. He's also won multiple, if I'm not mistaken, NFC South division crowns, or at least one with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, has won a playoff game there. He's done things in Tampa Bay that has also elevated him. Now, I'm not saying he's top 5 or top 3 or anything like that, but Baker Mayfield has succeeded damn near everywhere he's went. Carolina wasn't pretty. I get that. But he went to Los Angeles and on a week's notice won a football game and played pretty well. So every time he's been asked to step up, he has to a degree. So if we're comparing the stats, the accomplishments of Dak Prescott and Baker Mayfield, and you ask me, I only get to choose between those two, I would choose Baker Mayfield. He's a guy who's a gamer. He's going to make it work, whether it's Rashard Hollywood Higgins in Cleveland or it's Mike Evans in Tampa Bay. I know it's not Mike Evans anymore there, but regardless, the fact remains that he has made it happen with a lot of different changes, a lot of different rosters. Dak Prescott has never really looked the same since they lost the prime of Ezekiel Elliott. Once they lost a strong running back, they have not ever looked the same. Now, Rico Dowdle looked all right last year, obviously, for Dallas and things like that. But the big thing is Dak Prescott just hasn't elevated to that next level. And if you're asking me who is going to elevate and get to a NFC Championship game first, I'm taking Baker Mayfield. I am. The guy is now playing for another contract extension that he's probably not going to get with Tampa Bay before the season, it looks like. So he's going to be playing for not only Tampa Bay, now they're going to have to pay up, or another team's going to have to come in and pick him up. And he's going to have a lot of suitors. We've talked about it here on this show. I do believe Baker Mayfield is a better option at quarterback than Dak Prescott. I understand, if we get into the stats, maybe Prescott hasn't beat by a few certain things. You got to remember, Baker didn't start for a period of time. In Carolina, it was kind of a weird spot. In LA, he wasn't the starter for, the entire, when he came in for that back half of the year. So you compare their stats, OAA, and I'm just looking here. Career, okay, Dak Prescott, 66.9% completion percentage, 35,989 yards. He has 243 touchdowns, 92 interceptions. Then we go to Baker Mayfield. We look at him. We have a 63.5% completion, 28,525, 197 touchdowns, 101 interceptions. So I understand that stat-wise, and I just wanted to bring that up because I know somebody's going to call me out on stats. I understand stat-wise, it's not as close as you would think. But you got to remember the time off that Baker didn't start. Dak's been the starter the entire time in Dallas. And I believe if Baker had that same run and didn't have so many changes in his career, he'd be already in an NFC or an AFC championship game. I truthfully believe if the Browns would have just stuck with him and told him to sit and say, guess what, we're just going to wait and you're going to get healthy, then we may not even be talking about is Dak or Baker better. I think that'd already be a decided factor. So stat-wise, Dak's a stat stuffer. I'm just going to call it what it is. He's feeding the ball to CeeDee Lamb. He's feeding the ball to these guys. They are a pass-first offense. You got to remember, Baker Mayfield spent a lot of time in Cleveland in his beginning time of his career where he was handing the ball off to Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt, getting the run offense involved. Even in Los Angeles, they had guys, Cam Akers, and those guys out there running the football. And in Tampa Bay, they absolutely love, before it was Ronald White, and now they have Bucky Irvin. So
yeah, that is true. And again, Dak Prescott being in the top 10, not just on Kyle's list, but anybody's, it is a lot of stats. I always look at it this way. And the one thing I have to be mindful of with Baker, his injury history. I just went on a tangent about Joe Burrow. I have to have a little bit of that same for Baker. But I like to compare it with this. And this is something to think about. We don't have time to do it tonight. Maybe Sunday for main event. Mm-hmm. Us and Robert Zicki. If there's a player on Kyle's top 10 list that we don't feel should be on that top 10 list, mm-hmm. and we say another player should be on that list, what happens if we flip those players and put them with so for example, if Baker Mayfield played for the Dallas Cowboys,
they would
and Dak Prescott was the quarterback for Tampa Bay.
Yeah, not to interrupt you, but Baker would have already won an NFC Championship game. He would have. He would have. Around the talent around him, you have a team that at one point had Micah Parsons on the defense. I know they don't right now, but they had Micah Parsons. You give him 2-3 years in Dallas, he would have got further than Dak Prescott. The big complaint with Dak Prescott is, his stats are always awesome because they're sometimes in a shootout. They're down by 10. They got to come back, whatever. And he's had to do that. And I understand the stats look better. But I'm talking simply, if you ask me who's going to go win a game for me in the fourth quarter, between Dak Prescott and Baker Mayfield, not these other guys on the list, because there's obviously guys that I would take over Baker. I'm taking Baker Mayfield over Dak Prescott. I am. I don't, if I'm not mistaken, too, I think Baker has more playoff wins than Dak Prescott.
I believe so.
I mean, if what are we talking about in terms of top 10 going into the season? Because Dak Prescott hasn't been relevant in the playoffs for a couple years. I mean,
actually, if you think about Dak Prescott's postseason career, it's shaky. And I know it's a situation where, like, oh, you got to look at the whole team. You know, Dallas, the one thing Dallas didn't have last year was defense or a rushing attack. So it was, if you were a fantasy football owner of Dak Prescott, you were in great spirits. Eli, final thoughts before we break.
Yeah, I mean, just looking here, one more time on Dak, a few big moments, 36 touchdowns in 2023, 37 there, but he's also had some duds, man. He's had some duds, and I just, you look at that, you look at the stats, guess what? We talk all the time with the NBA, box score, you look at the box score, you can't be a box score, talker. You can't be like, well, the box score showed this and this. The box score is going to tell you Dak Prescott has better stats than Baker Mayfield. What Eli Moon's here to tell you here on the Midnight Run on the Inside Edge Network is Baker Mayfield is a gamer. He's a better option at quarterback. He's somebody that if you want to go into a deep playoff run, you at least have a better chance with him than you do with Dak Prescott. Stats may show, but the play in the postseason tells me that Baker's playing a little bit longer every NFL season for the most part than Dak.
We have your Midnight Run edition of the World Cup Minute coming up next.
Find us on InsideEdgeNetwork.com for the latest information on your favorite shows, personalities, and network partners. Plus, guess what? We have a merch shop. That's right, we have network polos, t-shirts, champion jackets, hats, and bottles. Rep the network. Every purchase supports independent sports and entertainment media. Use the QR code on your screen right now to check out InsideEdgeNetwork.com. That's InsideEdgeNetwork.com. Clean energy, bold flavors, and no jitters. See why people won't shut up about Dubby. Clean energy, no jitters or crash. Whether you're starting your workday or getting ready to exercise, Dubby Energy helps you lock in and focus. With over 15 flavors to choose from, you can't miss. Order Dubby Energy right now by using the QR code on your screen and use the promo code InsideEdge10 to receive 10% off your order. Dubby Energy, your energy-focused sponsor of the Inside Edge Network, Cleveland's digital leader.
This is Midnight Run on the Inside Edge Network. Here's your host, Anthony Alford.
All right, real quick, GTA 6, there was news that they were not going to have physical copies of the video game. It was just going to be a digital release. And I know most people have moved that way, but it's like, come on, I like actually having a CD. Listen, I've waited 20 years. So a lot of people have waited so long for GTA 6, but come December, it'll finally happen. A lot of people will take the day off from work to play that game. Actually, I have to upgrade systems, but it is what it is. Okay. It is time for the Midnight Run World Cup Minute.
This thing came from Bosnia, son. You ever been to Bosnia? You ever been in this shit? Well, my dad was. And he left me this pocket pussy. And every time I sink my humongous dick in this piece of plastic, I remember my dad. So watch your mouth.
Ladies and gentlemen, I should have said viewers' discretion is advised, but it's 1 a.m. on a Friday. From Blue Mountain State, that's their analysis on Team USA's next opponent. That is our Midnight Run edition of the World Cup Minute. Omar will have the real one coming up on Monday. One more time for the good cause of Team USA's next opponent, courtesy of an all-time classic on Spike TV, Blue Mountain State.
This thing came from Bosnia, son. You ever been to Bosnia? You ever been in this shit? Well, my dad was. And he left me this pocket pussy. And every time I sink my humongous dick in this piece of plastic, I remember my dad. So watch your mouth.
I want to share that I did not tell Eli what video we was going to. I loaded the video in myself. I don't know if Eli's ever watched Blue Mountain State, but I have. I remember in college, my roommate and I, one of my best friends and I, he was like, dude, you got to watch Blue Mountain. It's college, right? You got to watch Blue Mountain State. And that was one of the first shows that I actually binge watched. I think on Netflix was Blue Mountain State. And knowing that that's Team USA's next opponent, I'm like, oh my goodness. It writes itself. It's there. Oh my goodness. Of course that thing hasn't been sanitized. That's dirty. That's dirty. Oh man. Oh man. And then later in that episode, somebody stole it. And you remember, Eli, did you watch Blue Mountain State a little bit? Yeah, later in that episode, somebody stole that item. And apparently the entire team was using it. Or not the team, but the fraternity, I guess, was using it. And yeah, I'm probably gonna watch that episode after we're done taping here. So yeah. Probably not a good transition to tell you to go to InsideEdge Network. But yes, InsideEdgeNetwork.com. Download the InsideEdge Network app on Roku and follow us at InsideEdgeNet across all of our socials, including Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. Oh, my goodness. Eli, one more time, and then we're done. One more time.
This thing came from Bosnia, son. You ever been to Bosnia? You ever been in this shit? Well, my dad was. And he left me this pocket pussy. And every time I sink my humongous dick in this piece of plastic, I remember my dad. So watch your mouth.
By the way, that backup quarterback in that video went on to star in Bold and the Beautiful for like 10 years. From Blue Mountain State to Bold and the Beautiful on CBS. Boy. Oh, man. All right. We're done. Have a great weekend. Real Talk with Papa Moon comes your way Saturday at 5 o'clock right here on the Inside Edge Network. We're back Sunday night with the main event. Myself, Eli Moon, Robert Zicki, and then 5 daily shows. We're back at it starting on Monday. Quick thank you to all of you guys for tuning in. We'll calculate the numbers when we're all set and ready to go. But this probably was our most viewed week that we've had on our network. And it's thanks to you guys for tuning in. And we're only growing from here. So thank you guys again for tuning in. We got some special announcements next week, but we're all set and ready to go. Okay. Have a good one. Enjoy the weekend. It's going to be beautiful. Eli and I and Omar, we're going to go to Tri-C Jazz Fest tomorrow. It's going to be a great time. We're going to meet some folks. We're going to tell people about the network. And I just want to let you guys know, too, if you own a small business, especially here in Northeast Ohio and the Cleveland area, things like that, and you want us to promote your business and get the word out. Again, this is a growing platform. Hit the DMs. We'll get you taken care of, and we'll talk, and we'll promote your business. We are so excited. Growing platform, and we want to talk about your business and support your business. This is all community driven, all grassroots. So definitely interested. DM myself. DM Eli. Eli's on Instagram. The man they call Moon. That's where you can find him. So I'm on Twitter. So hit me up there as well. Okay, we're over. Have a good night. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you on Sunday.